Alright. Make sure. Cover live and there we go. Sorry about that. I felt it, except it wasn't quite there. But anyway, Twitch is currently mocking me with an ad for Smash because it just came out today. I've been playing it a bunch, but I managed to pull myself away so we could stream some Legacy Death and Taxes again today. Sorry about like the weird timing, the weird scheduling on Friday. I'm trying to figure out what works best for me and what works best for everyone else, because I know last week I streamed at about 5, I think, and I got a lot more people than I usually do, so I'm wondering if like this time slot is better, or it just happened to be like that specific day people were more available, or if I can go back streaming at like 2, or should I stream later. Haven't quite figured that out, so I'm testing it out a little bit, because Friday is my most flexible day, obviously, because I don't have work the next day. But anyway, yeah, we're just gonna play the same list I've been jamming for the past couple of leagues. Still probably playing the Mindbreak Trap until I stop seeing a million Storm decks. Helps against like a lot of the combo decks too. You die less to like the early starts from Show Intel with their Lotus Petals and stuff. Helps against Red Black Reanimator and stuff like that. So it's not like terrible. I don't hate playing it. It's not like playing extremely narrow Storm hate. It's just like pretty narrow combo hate. Anyway, let us play some Magic. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more lucky than we did on Wednesday with our horrendous luck playing humans. Feels like it's been so long since I played this deck, but it was just on Tuesday, right? I forgot how we did. I think we 3-2'd. I remember I beat Storm twice and never drew Mindbreak Trap, because I played Storm twice at the very end, I think. I played like the same Storm guy for my round 4 and 5. Alright, I would love to play first. One of them was to keep these hands. Just like Stone Die to combo. Yeah, we have like a turn 1 and a turn 2 and a Wasteland. Like a million Flicker Wisps if we're against any fair deck. I suppose if this Vial gets countered, it's very bad for me. But we're on the play, so it was like Force of Will or Bust. Ooh, Death Shadow, huh? At least Watery Grave is a pretty dead giveaway what my opponent is playing. They did not shuffle. Alright, I was about to say, if they shuffle, I think I'm just like snap off the Wasteland here. I think I'm gonna... Oh, well, we're not gonna play into Daze. We're just gonna cast a Mother of Runes. I don't want to Wasteland because they didn't shuffle on the Ponder, otherwise I'd be tempted to. Just to try to cut them off of lands. Well, if we find like another white source, triple Flicker Wisp is insane against Death Shadow. Just they can't deal with a bunch of flyers very well. I assume they're going to kill this Mother of Runes. Oh no, they're just hitting me. Nice. Mother of Runes online is huge game 1. So we are going to fire off a Wasteland now, because we don't really need the other colorless source. Seems like a weird time to cycle a Straight Wraith, but okay. So they can Gurmag me, which would be kind of scary. They have 6 cards in their graveyard. Ponder, sure. If they shuffle on this Ponder, maybe we just hope to get there in 11 turns with a Walking Ballista. They did shuffle. And miss a land drop, yeah. I think we're just going to Wasteland this Water Grave and go to town. Oh, for sure. We can actually Wisp, then Wasteland. I think it's Dazed, but my opponent hasn't Dazed me. Although, we played around Dazed every turn of the game besides turn 1, right? And they couldn't Daze turn 1, because then turn 2 we played the Mother of Runes, turn 3 we played the second Wasteland on the Ballista, so my opponent could have a Daze. I think I do just want to play around the days here. I'm tempted to attack with this ballista too. Or not, attack with the mother friends too. Maybe I'm supposed to. Oh. Of course, they immediately hit the land drop. So this is Death Shadow then? They're just shocking. So, geez, opponent getting real aggressive. Seems kind of dangerous. I don't think I'm going to block this turn. I start blocking next turn. I think I'm just going to take 7 here. It's the time for the big fish. That's what it looks like. Alright, I'm going to be sad if they have a daze, but I don't think I can afford to play around it anymore. Yeah. So what's the plan here? Stalls me for a little bit. Especially if they don't have removal for this mom, which I hope they don't, but... Just a Delver, sure. Stoneforge. 2 cards in hand. Stoneforging for G2 doesn't do a whole lot. I think I might need to ping off this Delver too. Just so we don't die to Gurmag plus Delver. If I get Sword and just cast it, I might be able to, like, cheese a win? If they don't have another daze or, like, a removal spell? So we attack with Ballista, and then ping off the Delver, and then Violent Stoneforge cast the Sword. If they don't daze it, then next turn we can, like, equip Sword to Stoneforge and, like, attack through their stuff. I think that's our best plan. Yeah, that's fair. This is still 5 damage with the Sword, so I'm okay with that trade. I'm just hoping the 2 cards in their hand are just duds. So I assume it's just attack with Death Shadow? Yeah. That makes the most sense. Attack with both. Interesting. So we just block with Stoneforge? They might have like another threat, and that's why they're attacking with both. But then they need another threat and a removal spell for the mom to kill me here. So what's better to block with? The Stoneforge, right? Block like that. Pro black. So I need something to block Stoneforge Mystic, and then also a removal spell from Mom. So I guess we just hope they don't have kill spell for Stoneforge. Just preemptive pro black on my Stoneforge, see if I get there. Hey, we did it. We cheesed that game 1. Exactly how I wrote it up. Cast Sword, hope they don't counter it, and then hope they don't have a kill spell, and then we get there. Just how we drew it up. Alright. It's one of the matchups that you definitely missed the Path to Exile. It's also one of those matchups where I always think about Chalice the Void, and I'm never certain on it. Well, we can... What do I usually do? Cut Moms and Thalias, I think. Just cut X1s. I think I might bring in Chalice like on the play, maybe not on the draw. Just like shave things that died at Dread of Night. It's so weird because Mom and Thalia are so good against this deck, but they're also so terrible against Dread of Night. You need to kind of slow your roll on X1s. I think I'm going to keep his hand. It's weak to Wasteland. Mirror is really good, though. And, like, Stoneforge makes this Batter Skull less shitty. We have Thalia. Put him all into 6. I think I am going to keep this. Opponent going deep. I wonder which one they're going to take here. Probably the Stoneforge. Thalia's a lot less scary on the draw. Oh yeah, the Mirror Crusader, duh. For the Mirror Crusader was like stone unbeatable for them. I'll lead with Caracas. See if they want to wasteland me. Especially because I wasn't going to lead with Caracas if we didn't draw the second. I suppose leading with Wasteland guarantees that they don't wasteland me. Which I feel like Delvar Wasteland, it's still annoying. Like, never... Oh, nothing. Sweet. Now I think I want to lead with Caracas again to leave up removal spell. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, I think we are going to lead with Wasteland. Or, like, play around days with our plows. Plows are pretty precious commodities. Sure. Play another one. Damn. Just gonna run out Thalia here, I think. Makes this sword vulnerable to, like, another Thoughtseize effect. But they would have cast Thoughtseize, and I think they would have cast him to Turok that turn. Over a Death Shadow had they had it. Oof. The double whammy. And a Gurmag. Oh, come on. Please let us draw a white source. White source. No, wow, the Rubbins. I want to port them over playing Revoker. Revoker just doesn't matter here. We just need to desperately draw a white source. You can finally disable MTGO chat. Yeah, MTGO chat is now opt-in, Captain Haddock. With the last update, you have to, like, click on this button over here or something and opt into the chat. It's dope. Alright, well, now the Death Shadow is bigger than the... Yeah. With the Fetch Shock now, they're out of range of getting wrecked by Plow, but we have double Plow now. And no, we're just dead. I guess we're not technically dead. We need to cast a blocker here. Oh no, because then we can't cast 2 Plows next turn. Liliana, the last hope. Dark Blast. Ooh. Dark Blast is an obnoxious card. I'm not sure I want to, like, sideboard anything for Dark Blast. I think we're just fine as is. I guess Chalices probably come in now. I think we just want to cut all of our dirtily X1s. I want to keep in Flicker Wisp and Remorseful Cleric because they're flyers, and this deck actually has a lot of trouble dealing with flyers. Also, Remorseful Cleric can randomly kill Dark Blasts. I think Chalice on the play can be pretty powerful, especially when we're down to like one path in the sideboard. We don't have that many good ones anymore. Oof. Alright. So it's a slow hand, but bottom that for actual things to do. Sure. Yeah. We need to port them next turn, unless we draw Stoneforge. We'll wasteland them next turn, depending on how this turn goes. This is a Brainstorm. I always consider like upkeep Brainstorms when like deciding between Wasteland and Port. I usually think Port is better because you get to develop your mana still if I wanted to cast a 3-drop next turn or something. But it does let them cast Brainstorm, but I usually don't care about upkeep Brainstorms too much. Can't cast anything scary. Yeah, another Thoughtseize, sure. Just gonna Wasteland Port them. Dang. Opponent keeps hitting land drops. Rude. They're at 6. We just have a Delver, too. Right. We don't need to kill that for a good while. We can really sit on our heels here. I should port after the Delver trigger. Oops. Because then casting Brainstorms and upkeep is better. So you usually want to let Delver triggers resolve first. Going to 5. Going to 3. Aggressive. One is very nonchalant about their life total, but doesn't have any Death Shadows, I guess? They shuffled on that Ponder, too. Ooh, I like this Chalice on one here. Chalice on one feels really good when they're at 3. Flipped off a Brainstorm, nice. I don't really want to cast this Judgment into a Daze, and our life total isn't under a lot of pressure. We're also slowly getting to this Palace Jailer. Also, this Revoker's going to beat it in a race. We have a lot of good stuff going for us here. Liliana, the Last Hope. Take this up again. Present second lethal attacker. I wonder what equipment I grab here. Is Jite? Not actually sure. None of the equipment seemed great. Batterskull, I guess. But if they kill the Stoneforge, this Batterskull is just garbage. Sword doesn't really... I guess we'll grab Sword. don't think my decision matters here. I'd be very impressed if my opponent could get out of this. Yeah, they're just dead. I think that Chalice was an insane top deck. Have not played against Death Shadow Delver in a long time. What is this? 22 games, 17 wins, 5 losses, 8 match wins. We won game 1 and game 3, lost game 2. I've never lost a game 1 against Blueback Death Shadow online. Shovdell. I'm 10 for 10 or 9 for 9 on game 1s. Yeah. It always feels like I'm gonna lose the game 1s too. Like I really felt like I was gonna lose that game 1. I don't hate it. Because we're against, like, Miracles. This hand sucks a lot. MTGO still exists. It's a miracle. I hope my opponent isn't planning on showing me any miracles. Shuffled on their Ponder. I think I'm just going to wasteland this Volcanic. If they kept, like, not fetch into Volcanic, into Ponder, into Shuffle on their Ponder, pretty sure I just like, wasteland the shit out of this Volcanic Island. I'm not going to attack. We don't know if they're a fair deck or not. If it's, like, Sneak, then start attacking. Boo. More lands. I feel like this is Sneak or something. Could easily be not Sneak and Show. Like Grixis, I guess. Grixis probably doesn't play Misty. Need more on color. Or precise fetches. Ooh, a 2-drop. Perfect. Start attacking with 1 Mom. They topped with Preordain. So I assume they already have a land? I assume, yeah, there we go. Yeah, like fetch an Underground Sea or a Swamp. Let me know what you're doing over there, opponent. Let me know what I need to recruit for this turn. Ooh, never mind. We're just going to play Thalia. Yeah, we're going to keep attacking with 2. Attacking with the second Mom starts to get a little risky if my opponent is on a fair deck. But I feel like they're on a combo deck, and I want to clock them. But I don't feel safe enough that they're on a combo deck that I want to attack with both Moms. Okay, maybe they could technically be on Storm at this point, but I think if it's game 1 and they're on Storm, then Thalia's going to save the day. The snow-covered Swamp leads me to believe that it's like the Cyrus Stormlust, right? That just plays snow-covered Swamp for fun. But if that's the case, this Recruiter of the Guard is... yeah, okay, yeah. Officially Storm, cool. We cracked the code. Reveals Dark Red. So now we can just attack with everything. And they're very hard pressed to go off into Remorseful Cleric and Thalia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Attack for 6 and then 7. They are just dead in 2, so. Because there's such a low life total, it's going to be hard for them to ad-nause me. Thalia prevents them from really naturally tendrilsing me, and Remorseful Cleric prevents Past in Flames lines. I don't think we're dead. Could be on Tess and just, like, wreck me here. Like, Burning Wish for Massacre, and then go off. But there wasn't really any playing around that, right? Alright, go for it. Wonder if I'm sacking Remorseful Cleric on Cabal Ritual here. I can't do anything about these. It's just an ad nauseum at 6 life with no mana. You know, you just die. You can't ad nauseum with no mana with the Thalia in play. This has to be like another ritual or something. I think you're dead, opponent. Alright, sweet. The old make 5 mana, fetch, concede. Sweet. Alright. Storm sideboard plans. Cut all of the bad cards, put in the good ones. I'm boarding out like 1 wisp now, right? Yeah, because I added the Mindbreak Trap into the sideboard, so now I'm slowly boarding out more and more wisps. Yeah, this looks fine. Well, we won game 1 against Storm, which is huge. You have so many more options against Storm if you win game 1. We're very lucky, too. Just could not identify them on Storm to save our lives. They could have been Sneak, and then they could have been Grixis, and then they were actually on Storm when they finally like cast an Infernal Tutor. And we like drew Thalia. It just drew very well to win that game. I'll keep this. Turn 2 Thalia on the draw is probably not good enough. Surgical might gum up something. It's probably worth more than like mulling down to Chalice / Mindbreak Trap. Notably, we also have Mom into Thalia, which is better than just Thalia. Oh man, Inset Brainstorms. Inset Brainstorms are really scary when you're Storm. They're setting up to try to murder you. Sure. We're not murdered yet. We could get Thoughtseize still. Thoughtseize would be also annoying. Yeah. Figures. They'll take the Thalia. We'll play Stoneforge for Sword. Or we'll just top deck second Thalia, like a pro. Revoker. Better than Stoneforge still. We have to revoke LEDs at least. If I was just playing Stoneforge here, I would attack, but I think Revoker is worthy enough of defense that we don't want to attack with Mom. Alright, we're not dying yet. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Alright. Alright. They have not played their land for turn yet. Oh, immediately hit pedal. That's annoying. Cabal Writ. Another pedal. UC Thoughtseize. Yeah, this is a very good. They don't need to they can actually empty their hand. No, now they can't. Now they have Dark Petition. They don't need to empty their hand. That might just be lethal already. Well, apparently not. Well, hopefully it's not lethal. We'll see. They play Lotus Petal. They're casting a Cabal Ritual. Storm count is 6. They have... So they need to get to 6 mana, right? To Dark Vision to kill me? I can't Surgical this Cabal Ritual. So I can't prevent... I could Surgical 2 Dark Rituals. That only puts them down to 7 in Yard, though. So it still has Threshold. I could Surgical the other Lotus Petal, but then they still have 5... 6, 7, 8, Petition, 4 Tendrils kill me. I can Surgical them for information, at least. But I think we were just deterministically dead. So yeah, that resolves. How'd they get Massacre in their hand? Do they just have that left over? Yeah, did I? Well, alright. Well, thanks for the info, I guess. I guess I was going to Surgical them and find out anyway. So we are literally dead here. My opponent has Dark Petition and 7 mana. We're super dead. So we're just going to Surgical Extraction something to find out what's in their deck. Oh, they just had the Tendrils and Past in Flames in their hand too? Jeez. There's a lot of cards I just totally blanked on, apparently. What's up?
Oh.
Alright, so let's steal a look at their deck here before we then concede. So there's only 1 Massacre, actually. And no Dread of Nights. There's a Fatal Push, an Echoing Truth, a Chain of Vapor, 2 Abrupt Decays, and 1 Massacre. And a Hercules Recall. Storm has a lot of varied hate nowadays, but 1 Massacre is nice. But we can officially board out the Council's Judgments. Because they do nothing. Board in the Flicker Wisps again. Let's take another look at their deck here. So it looks like Prelude on 4 is going to be pretty good a lot of the time. They do have 2 Decays, an Echoing Truth, and a Chain of Vapor, and a Fatal Push to answer it sometimes, but the Massacre can be really scary. So it obviously depends a lot on the board state. If I have a Mom in play, Mom plus Prelude on 4 is really good, because it requires them to have 2 of their 1, 2, 3, 5 pieces of removal. They are on the empty plan, but the empty plan usually doesn't actually happen with Ant. They used to sideboard some Chrome Boxes to have happen more, but nowadays I've seen it actually happen a lot less. And Battle Skull is usually good against the empty plan, unless they have like the weird turn 1 hands that can empty you. I would love to play first. I don't think I want to keep this hand. The hand's tempting for sure. Guaranteed turn 3 Thalia, but that's our only hate in the hand as well. So like if we get Thoughtseize at any point, we die. And also we're not guaranteed this turn 2 Thalia because we need to hit this land drop. So I think there's enough good stuff in our deck that we want to mulligan or not. We're definitely going to fight with this hand. This hand sucks. Remorseful Cleric is very likely not good enough. Can we go to 4? Probably. Do we go to 3, or do I just scribe because I have lands and a port? I think the scribe, having land drops and trying to scry into something is more valuable at this point. Nope. Fuck off. So we're probably just gonna lose, because we hit a bunch of not very great hands. Such as life. Hopefully they Thoughtseize me, and then we draw Thalia, like Chalice, Mindberg Trap, Rest in Peace. No, it's not nothing. But without a clock, they're just going to Ad-Nauseam me. Or at least this shuts off Cabal Writs, Past in Flames, stuff like that. So next turn we can just port the Underground Sea. And then cross our fingers a lot. Hoping to find Sanctum Prelate, Thalia, Chalice. Revoker's not bad. Alright, I'll take it. We need to revoke LED. Go get him, Revoker. Opponent does have close to infinite turns to kill me. Oh god, cat is falling on my shoulders. Alright, what you got? I don't like these pauses. When Storm's like sitting there thinking, it's probably because you're dead or they're trying to figure out if/how you are dead.
The cat on my face.
Oh boy. I always name LED, and then I always get like just peddled out of games. Oh, well, never mind. Oh, feels much better. Are they just gonna like empty me? This feels like just empty. Oh no, they're echoing truthing my Revoker, and then casting Infernal Tutor here. So this is like Past in Flames, or not. This is Ad-Nauseam with 2 extra mana. That's pretty good. They did use 2 LEDs here though, so they're not guaranteed to succeed.
Not leaking.
They had a Past in Flames, good. Yes, this is good for me. Hit Dark Petition. They hit like no mana.
Really?
Yes, perfect. Alright. It's not dead, but we don't have a clock because they can Thoughtseize me. I assume, yeah. Step 1 is Brainstorm. Because if they like have like a perfect Brainstorm, they can kill me. But it would need to be like insanely good. So they don't have 2 of these cards anymore. I don't know which ones. I assume Past in Flames is gone. Not Thoughtseizing, huh? I guess they can still Thoughtseize. They have the 1 black floating. Too bad I don't have Ballista in the deck. Thoughtseize me go to 1. Oh, they don't Thoughtseize. Hmm. Oh, they discard the past. Ooh, another thing too. Sick. So they only have 2 LEDs left in the deck. I think I might name Petal, honestly. They're down their Adnaz. It's going to be hard for them to build up enough Storm to actually get me. They do have an Infernal Tutor in hand, though. So maybe naming LED is still the better play. Just because LED takes them off of the Infernal Tutor. I assume they're going to Abrupt Decay my Revoker. So my choice doesn't really matter here, but... yeah. I got nothing. Come at me, opponent. Maybe they shuffled away these Thoughtseizes then, if they didn't Thoughtseize me there. These Thoughtseizes are probably no longer in their hand. Because they shuffled away 2 cards. They could have shuffled away some number of the cards that they brainstormed into. Casting is Ponder. Alright. They shuffled pretty quickly on that Ponder. Cool. Preordain. Alright, they're starting to get into like the cards that I don't know about. They probably still have the Infernal Tutor and the Abrupt Decay in hand. Probably going to decay this Revoker here. One on top, one on bottom. Yeah, decay Revoker. Oof. It's a nice one. It's going to be really hard for them to go off through that. We're going to keep them all untapped. They could Massacre me, in which case attacking would have been beneficial, but the one of Massacre in the deck's the only thing we're worried about. I think we'd rather protect the Mom from, or protect the Thalia from the second Decay, the Fatal Push, and the Chain Vapor, rather than the one of Massacre. Play around like 3 cards instead of play around 1. Notably playing around, or like quote-unquote playing around Massacre by attacking with Mom also sets up lethal next turn if they don't have either. But again, they're down, like, their Adnaz, they're down their Past in Flames. They just have to naturally do something to kill me. Which, they have a lot of mana, so they might be able to at some point. But they are having to play through a Thalia and naturally Tendrils me. I'm not going to cast this Recruiter here. If I get Massacred, I want to be able to, like, set up lethal next turn, and I think Massacre, or, like, just killing me with Tendrils are the only 2 ways that, like, this next turn breaks. I could also just port them, which isn't nothing. Okay, they could try to kill Thalia, untap, try to kill Thalia again. Playing Recruiter there doesn't really change that math at all, because the Mom can still just attack next turn. I guess we tap red, cuts them off of empty, which... let's cut them off of red. Can't really cut them off of black, obviously. Green cuts them off of decay, but if they have decay, they'll cast it. They could just, like, if they deal with the Thalia, they could just cast empty and be able to block a Mom or something. So I want to make it so that they have to take the Thalia off the board and then also kill me, because this Mom will still be lethal. Do they have it? 6 cards in hand. One of them is Infernal Tutor. Rest in peace, choking their Cabal. The Cabal Rits are like mana neutral if they don't take care of the Thalia too, so Rest in Peace plus Thalia is huge. Hopefully we don't die. Nice, we did it. We won. We won on that horrible Moldifor that I kept. It was like 3 lands Flicker Wisp. $52 games, 27 wins, 25 losses, 10. Yeah, I'm exactly 50% against Ant now. 12 pre-board, 15 post-board, 17 post-board losses. Yeah. But winning game percentage game 1 and then losing percentage game 2. Hello. But game 1 is just very luck based. Just like, oh, did I keep a hand with Thalia? Oh, did my opponent keep like a really fast hand against another Force Will deck? Seems pretty good. Do you have a problem? Got a real good looking curve here if we're not playing against a combo deck. Let's see if we're slamming Stoneforge on 2, based on what my opponent does here. Like, I'm likely not to play it into a Daze, but I might play it into... Well, I might just get the Thoughtseize, it doesn't matter. Hoping this isn't just Storm again. Could still be some variant of, like, Delver or Grixis. Because let's see what they take. I think Storm takes the Stoneforge. I think Grixis takes the Spirit Keeper. And I think Delver takes either the Stoneforge or the Mom. Delver, I'm not actually sure. All these cards are pretty good against Delver. Well, I think it's Grixis. Grixis likes to play like 4x Delta, 4x Tarn, just to find their specific fetch lands. Well, it's my next turn easy. It's just land go. Never mind. I think I just jammed Thalia here. Especially in case it's Storm. We want to just jam this Thalia. If it gets Dazed, that kind of sucks if they're a Delver deck. But the upside's huge. The upside of, oh, they're Storm and now they're just dead. I'm just gonna like push my thing, bolt my thing. Well, they can't instant speed kill both my guys, so Violent Mom, I guess. Maybe they value killing the Mom over killing the Thalia? Guess so. Yep. So I would assume this is Delver then, right? I feel like Grixis would. Maybe not. Am I casting the Spirit Keeper here? My Thalia didn't get countered last turn. Does tap the Caracas, though. I think I'd rather just pass. Strand is more likely to be Delver. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think it's Grixis. I guess it is Grixis. I think it's Grixis Delver over, like, just like Grixis control. Keep Val on 2 for Caracas, Thalia, Valishning. I don't think I care enough about that. I think, like, recasting Thalia is fine here. I guess this. True name? Yeah. This is just Delver. Sword Ogre does nothing. I think I just want the Val on 3 to put in Spirit Keeper and stuff, play around days. If I didn't need to, like, pick up Thalia and put it back in, I can always just recast it. It's not a huge deal. Some pile lists from China. Yeah, I think just, like, the things we've seen. I'm still gonna name Liliana the last... I guess if it was Grixis, I'd rather name Jace, but I'm gonna name Liliana the last hope. I genuinely don't think my opponent, just based on, like, what they've valued taking off the board and the cards that they've played and, like, the fetch lands that they have, double Flooded Shrine, I don't think my opponent's on Grixis control. I think they're on Grixis Delver. Although they don't... Grixis Delver doesn't really play Jace. Or Grixis Delver doesn't play Lily in the main, so, like, maybe Jace is the better hedge name, just in case they're, like, on Grixis control with weird priorities. Yeah, I think Jace is the better name. I don't think it matters too much, because, like, Grixis Delver with Liliana in the main would just also be pretty backbreaking. But also just, like, very not an actual deck. So this Howled Spirit Keeper makes me 3 spirits, which is pretty strong. Maybe I just attack into this. Eh, maybe not. We have Port. I think next turn I might attack into it. Just trade the Revoker for, like, 5 damage. I'm going to start porting their black. Vial, and now in case of K-Command. Well, we're going to port them, and also, it's Delver. They can't cast a K-Command when we just port them. 2-mana Brainstorm in the upkeep. This is my favorite Brainstorm to let resolve. Well, no, it is, yeah, it's Delver. They're not going to K-Command me, but I'm also just going to port them. There's a lot of things that we can do to play around that. And even if, like, worst case, I activated Vial, and then in response they K-Commanded me, I could also just Caracas the Thalia back to my hand, and discard the Thalia, and then put in the Spirit Keeper. And that puts the Thalia in the grave, too, to feed the Spirit Keeper. The favorite Brainstorm is the one Violent Spirit. The favorite Brainstorm that I can reasonably play in this deck without hating myself is the one where they cast in their upkeep for 2 mana. What's up, Ty? How's it going? What's up, Ikoi Moi? Alright, I think we're gonna attack. We get, like, 3 spirits if my opponent trades with Spirit Keeper. And if they, like, trade with Revoker, they just go to 9. They have to, and then the Spirit Keeper number just keeps adding up. I think converting Spirit Keeper into 2 spirits is worth it. Oh, jeez. Just gonna attack into the... Do you only play D&D? Pretty much. D&D is definitely my favorite deck. I play some, like, random other decks. I streamed 5-Color Humans on Wednesday, but most of my Moto resources have been invested into Death and Taxes. I wonder what they're going to trade with. The Thalia. Interesting. I could save the Thalia and just replay it. That block strikes me as weird. It means I don't get to port them, but... yeah. Save my Thalia, I guess. They can, like, bolt it if they want. Sure. We also just have Flicker Wisp to save it if it does get bolted. Yeah, everything seems to be getting cheaper. I saw a bunch of things on Twitter. I didn't follow any of that stuff, but apparently it's the end of the world and Moto's dying, but also not. You playing something? Nah. I've played challenges pretty sparsely. If they try to kill Spirit Keeper here, do I even save it with Wisp? I just kind of want to convert into 3 spirits to clock them. Like, I could save it with Wisp. But do I care? Would I rather have 3 spirits? I guess a Flicker Wisp is also pretty good. And also making them, like, deal with this again next turn. Yeah, we'll save it. I'll be on a different deck. Everyone always thinks I'm on Reanimator. Sweet. I think I recall your buddy saying that you were, like, an expert and you played Reanimator a bunch when he was in here. Alright, I'm gonna play Thalia. Thalia's open to being killed now, but again, I don't really care that much. Especially because everything that dies will feed my Spirit Keeper. Pretty surmountable board against a True Name here. And before my opponent, like, bolts Wisp and then, like, Marsh Casualties me or some nonsense. Or bolts Spirit Keeper, Marsh Casualties, just savage my life. Google me and Magic. Both favorite MTG, makes sense. You should have, like, a million Reanimator results, I'm sure. But anyway, what happens if you Google my name in Magic? I guess it probably just comes up with, like, my Twitch page and stuff, right? John Rain, Hamilton, second true name. That's a little harder to beat. MTG. Yeah, my Twitter. And then a comedian named Ryan Hamilton. And then a bunch of people that aren't me. Yeah, I haven't done anything. We're just gonna attack with everything, right? So I assume my opponent will block Thalia and Spirit Keeper, and then I just get 4 spirits, put them to 7, and then we just have lethal in the air next turn, right? There are 2 cards in hand. I'll actually, like, take 5 if they go to less than 7. I think we just attack with everything. I'd rather convert the Thalia into an extra spirit rather than keep it around. It converts into a spirit and then 2 damage, right? Because they block. I guess they could block both my 2-drops, but then they take 6, go to 5, and then Mom actually presents lethal. It also just makes the Spirit Keeper even bigger because they're not going to be able to deal with it in game 1. Yeah, I think I'm just turning all my guys sideways. Get them. Yeah. This just makes it so that Wisp is lethal in 2. Or with Mom in play, I can actually just lethal. Okay, sure. This works too. They're still dead on the dead next turn. Suppose I should cast this Mom pre-combat in case they, like, countered it. Force of Willed it or something. But it shouldn't matter. I think they're just dead. Bolt the Mom. Bolt the Wisp. Dead the Mom. The Mom is dead. You got it. Yeah. Dead Gone is an interesting one, especially Dead Gone in the main. Like, Delver has a couple of flex slots, and maybe they're just trying to hedge for Turbo Depths. We have, like, 3 to 4 cards to board in for the Delver matchup, now that I cut a path. I feel like I keep shaving down on stuff for Delver, but I mean, it keeps working out. Delver is definitely still a good matchup. So we can easily bring in, oops. Easily fit in these, then maybe the 3rd recruiter. if I want it over any, like, one of these cards. I don't think I do. 2 recruiters is probably fine. Yeah, I'll submit. Not a lot of sideboard cards for the Delver matchups. I have been hedging my sideboard more and more towards the decks in the format that aren't Delver. Yeah, Sand sucks. Yeah, Sand also sucks. Alright, well, there's always game 3. Deal. Used to be all D&T, now I switched to Sneak and Show and Tell, and he won the last Legacy Classic. Sweet decks. I don't know if I've ever, like, extensively played a Legacy deck besides Death and Taxes ever. It'd be interesting to, like, get reasonably good at a second deck, and Moto's definitely the place where I would want to do that. Just never considered, like, what deck I would want to build. Ponder? Brainstorm? Second Delver. Oof. Yeah, we're probably just toast. I feel like I should buy an MTGO. Yeah, prices are apparently going down because everyone thinks it's the end of the world, so... Yeah, UMA singles are definitely... I'm going to pick up, like, EEs and Teagues that I would probably want for various decks at some point in paper. Because UMA singles are definitely crashing, which is great. Which is exactly what UMA, like, was supposed to do. Everyone was boo-hooing about how expensive it was, but it smashed the price of singles. It's amazing. UMA was a great success, I think. Alright, well, we're pretty much dead. They did shuffle, so the Delver isn't guaranteed to flip. About Teagues when they were 40? Oof. Yeah. Fuck. Flips on Inquisition, too. They can take this Judgment. Not that I can even ever cast this Judgment. But they're just gonna absolutely maul me. We need to be top decking, like, straight plows. Some foil back to... Oh, yeah, foil back to basics are hot. I'm still mad that they didn't get... They gave white 0 box toppers. Just actual none. Because white is no longer a color, apparently. Still pissed off about that one. Containment Priest box topper would have been pretty hot. So we need to top deck Swords of Plowshares for the next, like, 2 turns. Alright, step 1. We didn't. Porting's probably more realistically, like, reasonable than casting Vial, but I also think that realistically we're dead no matter what our decisions are from this point. Mold a 5 into, like, the double Delver hand. And just, like, play True Name. Bitter Blossom, alright. Alright, cool. Don't want to board differently. Crystal Delver always plays Bitter Blossom, but I don't think it requires, like, boarding in Relic Order. We do have, like, Council's Judgments and stuff to deal with it, or just racing, dealing them damage. It's scary when they get it out on, like, turn 2, but it's like a random 2-of in the deck. I think we just submit the same. I just hope we don't mold a 5 this time. Just have, like, Vile, Thalia, Wasteland, Plaids, something like that. I don't really care what the other 3 cards are. File, Plains, Swords. 4 is a lot of lands, but I like Plow and I like Wisp. This hand is notably very bad against exactly Bitter Blossom. But I like having a removal spell and a Wisp, so I think I'm going to keep it. It's a little bit heavy on lands. Honestly, I wouldn't be that mad if my opponent, like, force willed my Aether Vial. Putting them down a card is probably worth more than my Vial when our hand has so many mana producing things. Counting Vial is, like, kind of a quote-unquote land. Keeping kind of a 5-lander. But Vial, especially in tandem with stuff like Wisp, is so powerful. Jeez, Loam is 8. I don't know how much Loam was previously. Oh, nice. They're forcing it. Deal. They F6 for their turn, or they just keep a no-lander? Almost 25. Good. Do they just, like, keep a 0-lander with force? I'm just gonna play Flicker Wisp to beat them down. Don't really care about, like, getting my mom online that much. What on earth did they keep? Hey, they found a land. Cast a Delver of Secrets. Untap, Plow, Mom. Attack, go. How good does a 7 have to be if you keep it with no lands? Like, as a 7. Thoughtseize, yeah, sure. Sad part is we may still lose. Mana Screw usually beats Mana Flood, and we need to find, like, a lot more action if we actually want to close down this game. Or, like, just draw Wasteland. Destroy my opponent's whole life. Alright, sure. Ooh. It's a nice one. I'm going to play Spirit Keeper into Mom. I don't really care if the Mom gets dazed, especially if Spirit Keeper resolves. But I definitely don't want Spirit Keeper getting dazed. Daze this. Nope, deal. I don't know what the heck my opponent is doing, but it seems really loose. Ah, they kept a 0-lander with Dread of Night? That was their plan? Wow, that might actually get me. That's unfortunate. They Thoughtseized first to, like, check for Council's Judgment. Man, am I about to just get got by the 0-land Dread of Night hand? That seems like the loosest keep ever from Delver. Come on, Wasteland. Stoneforge, that's definitely not bad. I'll take it. Gonna go get a Sword of Fire and Ice here. Force. Jeez. Force pitch TNN, sure. TNN is so powerful. I think a 0-land 7, it's Delver. Don't they have like 14 mana producing like blue sources in their deck? They're like 18 lands, 4 wastelands or something. Maybe Grixis has like 19 or 20 lands, but still. It's like 16 or less. Sure. Alright. Counter this, please. Especially because Dread of Night isn't, like, game over. It's not like I lose the game because of Dread of Night. If I just, like, had a Stoneforge Mystic, on turn 2 or something, this Dread Knight hand means nothing. The Dread Knight is your fault. No, Grixis Delver players running. Some bum went second in the challenge. Hey, it's also Andrew Tendrum's fault because he went first in the challenge the week before me. So it's less than half my fault. Oh no! Now the time for my Hallux Spirit Keeper to finally bite it. Oh no! It's just a Pyro deal. Die. Daze it to get a 1/1. Oh, nice. Get him. Really hope this this Hallux Spirit Keeper just goes the distance. They finally reached 3 lands. Luckily they pitched a True Name to a Force of Will. They probably just have the second one here, and we're just gonna die. Yeah, that's fine. Can we draw Council's Judgment? Please? What's my Wasteland going at? The red source, I think? I just don't want them to have removal. If it wasn't a great hard guy. Yeah, I mean that's why they Thoughtseize the Batterskull, right? That's why they chose like that really weird choice with the Thoughtseize. Because they're like, oh, the only way I lose the game if I resolve the Shred Man is Batterskull. Yeah, I think I just killed it. We have like a Plow to kill like a Gurmag or something to buy time. They can't really attack me because we're winning the race. So I think I just want them to prevent them from being able to take my Spirit Keeper off the board. Oh, I missed. Oh, geez, I did not. Anzi104, thank you for the raid. Party of 41. Hello, everybody. And thank you, Dr. Lecter26 and Egget for the follows. I appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. We're playing some Legacy Death and Taxes right now. We're on round 3, I think. And thank you, Ruda Barracuda, for the follow. Anyway, we're match 3, I think, against Grixis Delver here. Egget for the follow a second time? I don't know. I have 2 different notifications. It's the exact same name, but thank you. And then Joel Sony, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all the love. Sure. Let's take this Delver off the board. The perfect draw. Getcha. So now we are praying to God that we draw a Council's Judgment, or like a Stoneforge Mystic. That End-Step Brainstorm seems really loose. When they had a fetch land, I feel like they would have much rather just brainstormed in their main phase and cracked the fetch. Or even in their upkeep if they knew what their top card was or something. That End-Step Brainstorm seems really unnecessary. Technically it makes more tokens, yeah. If I find my Anthem effect, I'll be sure to cast my Mother of Runes into the Dread of Night. Yeah, now we're probably dead. I don't know all my tokens. All 4 of them. Council's Judgment. Perfect. Yeah, we're probably dead. Need to top deck Stoneforge Mystic, I think. Flashed in Dictate of Heliod, get him. Never would have seen it coming. Time to draw a War Priest of Thune. I mean, yeah, War Priest of Thune is like, it's kind of narrow sideboard card. It's like, I don't even know if I don't think I would have even brought it in against Grixis Delver, because Dread Knight's relatively uncommon in that deck. I think it has resurged in part because D&T. Oh, well, this isn't nothing. Now we need to find something with more than one toughness. And hopefully they don't have, like, a braid. So, Stoneforge. Crusader would be insane. They're now at Hardcast Force of Will Mana, though, which is unfortunate. Running out of time. Time to draw Stoneforge Mystic, like, exactly next turn, and for them not to have a removal spell. Please. Please. I guess I cast the GTA first. Oh no, I still rather just it not get dazed. So I'm just gonna hold it. Please. Alright, step 1. Step 2 is we also need to get this we're still dead. We only deal them 4. So we need to get this GTA on it as well to gain life. But I don't want to cast it into a daze, so that's why I was gonna wait till next turn. Play it through daze. Play through daze and wasteland still. This could just be bolt my face too, I guess, so the bolt didn't actually matter. Oh, well, they should have a braid. Well, we're not dead to a braid. I think they should have just abraded the Stoneforge, right? Oh no, the GTA can't actually deal damage, because the Stoneforge is not pumped, so the Stoneforge no longer matters. Council's Judgment? They also have Bolt. Cool. That was kind of an annoying loss, but that's life. Opponent kept the old 0-lander. Got there. Oop, no, that was not a win. 95. Where's Grixis Delver? All the way down here. And 9. So instead of the Mindbreak Trap, have you considered an Oblivion? Works at flexible removal and also very good against Show and Tell. I mean, that's not like the decks I was hedging towards when I played a Mindbreak Trap on the sideboard. It's like an option. Oh, that's not correct, sorry. That deck list is definitely not correct. You can try it again. Now. Cast Out's not strictly better because it costs more mana, and also you can't like do the Flicker Wisp tricks with it. But I don't know which we're talking about. Also, I just like don't really yeah, so you can try the decklist command again, I think. Let me just... There we go. That's the correct decklist, I think. But I'm mostly playing the Mindbreak Trap for like just random more Storm hate rather than Show and Tell hate. If you wanted more Show and Tell hate, I'd probably just be playing like a second Prelate or something. Or, yeah, probably just second Prelate. Ethersworn Canonist, maybe. That is also, like, better hate against Show and Tell, worse hate against Storm. I keep this on the play. Revoker turn 2 on the play is just a really lousy start. I think I'm going to ship this. That's much better. Well, if we were on the draw... Also, there is, like, a distinct difference between 3 and 4 mana, even in, like, the slow matchups. Sometimes you do need to be able to cast it before hitting your 4th land drop. So it's not all upside. So my opponent, Island Preordained. What am I think I'm just... Assuming this resolves, I think I'm just grabbing Sword of Fire and Ice to hedge. Because Island Preordained means either combo deck or, like, slow control deck. Combo deck, I'd probably rather have Batterskull, but if they're slow control deck, they can just kill my Stoneforge and make my Batterskull horrible. So I'd rather have a sword. I think people are really quick to just always grab Batterskull with Stoneforge in the blind. Or even in, like, the semi-informed hands. They did bottom. Maybe they miss. Maybe they miss and life is great. Oh, they are in Miracles, cool. The only deck in the format that actually plays Arid Mesa. Alright, yeah, so that's why we grabbed Sword. If they were a slow control deck, we did not want to be just stranded with a Batterskull in hand. Oh, we also just ruined on Rocks 5-0. Sad. We'll see if we can have the revenge match here. Really wish I'd kept that Vial on top. Opponent's on Miracles. I think we just jam Crusader for beats. Beatdown time. Oh, my opponent just jams Mentor. Deal. Fluent Design. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So we can attack into this and then Flicker Wisp our land and then plow this. Because if they have the force and they like force my Wisp or something, then they would have just forced a plow too. So it's just like the most efficient play. Hey, we did it. Also, this like having the second body in play is relevant. If they play Jace and bounce my Mirror Crusader, that could have been really bad. Like trying desperately to get that back off the board by having two threats, they can't just slam Crusader. They haven't set up a Terminus yet. Although we'll probably just play Sword anyway to play around that. Second Mentor, that's scary. I wonder if I just Wisp my Wisp and Wisp it out on their turn. They can still cast instants to make guys, but my other option is like setting up Sword. Sword on Wisp can try it, but then they have instants and they can protect the Mentor there too. Or else my first order of business is attack with both. I think I'm just going to try to Wisp it out on their turn. Oh, they're just forcing it. Oh, that's not good. So I found a force. Well, if we have land, and they don't have, like, removal spell for a Wisp, we can just kill them. So now we just sit here and cross our fingers. We get judgmented. Yeesh. Yeesh. That's super not good. Imagine they're voting Flicker Wisp off the island. Yup. Crusader for like another. Alright, so we have 5 lands. We can recruit a 2-drop. We can play Sword, equip attack, and then just run it straight into a Monk. I almost like... There's a very low chance my opponent has a 1 card in hand, so there's a chance we could, like, attack into the monk, kill it. They, like, maybe make 1 more monk next turn, and we can, like, recruit Ballista off the monk and attack them for lethal. Is there a better thing to recruit for, though? Recruiter for Stoneforge Mystic. Midrange isn't gonna, like, beat a runaway Mentor. Right? We could, like, Stoneforge for Jite, and then Jite might be able to clear the Mentor. Because obviously, Sword is really bad at clearing. Give Mom an attack. Mom's not bad. Mom is lethal. They only have 1 card in hand. Or Mom, yeah, Mom would be lethal the following turn, because we could play an equipped Sword. I don't hate that line. Because if they had Plow, I think they would have just cast it, right? They would need to, like, cantrip into the Plow, or the Jace or something. Snapcaster Mage. There are a lot of things that get me, but... I don't hate the Mom line. I think I'm casting Recruiter over casting Sword this turn. Because I think if I attack, my opponent just chump blocks with the Monk anyway. Let's attack. No block. Interesting. I like the Mom even more here, because that actually makes it so that Recruiter can also be lethal with the Sword. They are at 3. Ballista's almost there, right? I think Mom is probably better, though. Mom makes it so that I have 2 lethal attackers. Although, if they have, like, a Plow for the Mom, I don't. But I then have 2 creatures that they have to block. Ballista. Ballista might be better against, like, top deck removal spells. We don't have a lot of time, though. Like, Ballista also makes my stuff lethal, and can also, like, ping off monks to attack through. I think I like the Mom line a bit better, though. I got nothing, opponent. Yeah, Mom makes it so that they need to do something or they are dead. And even if they deal with the Mom, I can play an equipped Sword to Recruiter and make it so that they have to block 2 different creatures every turn. Oh, nice, they're just dead. We did it! We won game 1. Alright. Good job, chat. That was a good line. I liked it. Port in these guys. Port out Moms and Plows. Opponent was really aggressive on Mentors. Had, like, 2 minutes. That might have just been, like, the shape of their hand rather than, like, being an aggressive Mentor build. But I think it's probably still fine. If we won, therefore we played correctly. I like that. That's a good way to live. It was the winning line, so it was the right line, rather than the other way around. I dig that. Alright. Just have, like, Vial into Chalice. Into, like, Judgment for Mentor or something. This hand is really mopey. On the draw, I have Thalia into, like, Crusader or Recruiter. This hand is really dumpy. Is it better to mull, though? Like, what does a better hand look like? Chalice or Vial, right? That's about it. Like 7 cards. Is it worth mulling to those over this? This hand isn't, like, terrible. It's definitely not good. I think I'm going to keep it, though. The Recruiter does give a decent bit. Yeah, mull into Vial plus stuff is the other option. I don't think this hand's... I guess, like, also just any hand with Cataclysm's nuts. Maybe it's right to mull, just for, like, a better-looking 6. Yeah, Port is also much better than, like... If it were, like, double Wasteland, I think I'd be a lot more inclined to mull this. Double Port is still a little bit awkward if my opponent is planning to, like, back-to-basics me. Palace Jailer is a really good draw. Nothing. Are they just gonna like, slam a Mentor again? Yeah. No card in our deck can take it off the board. We don't have any plows. If we were on the play, we could Jailer it. That'd be nuts. Because still Jailer it next turn, but it's a lot more dangerous because my opponent's going to have a bunch of idiots running around. It might honestly be better to port rather than, like, actually casting... I think I like casting Crusader more than porting, just because we do need stuff in the way of these monk tokens. My opponent can only cast, like, 2 to 3 spells if they have, like, Plow plus 2 cantrips. And then the next turn we try to slam Jailer. It's bad if they back to basics me, but not horrible. Attack with Thalia. I don't think they're attacking this turn unless they kill my Crusader. If they kill Crusader, that's kind of a weird choice. Judgment, alright. They only make one dude. If they have force for this Jailer, I think it's just game, but if they don't, we have a plan. They have force for Jailer, and we're dead. Wonderful. So now our plan is they have no instants, and they don't leave any monks back, which seems also insane. Yeah, they just like Jace, bounce my thing, murder me. Yeah, hard to beat like just Mentor with force backup. We draw like Cataclysm, even then this Mentor is probably going to kill us. They just like keep using the Jace super aggressively just to murder me. If they can cast like one card, it's probably just uptick on the or downtick on the Crusader, cast a spell, jam for like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's probably a good play. Is my internet dead, or are they just tanking? No, my internet's pretty good. So I'd be surprised if this was like a tank turn, because I feel like we're incredibly behind. Even if there plays like Jace downtick, play a second Jace downtick, attack for like 9 or whatever, make another thing. That's just still a great turn. As long as they have a single like non-creature spell in their hand. If their hand is like 3 lands, maybe it's a tank turn. Even then, no. It's just like, if your hand has 3 lands, you just zero the Jace. Yeah, I also feel like I'm super dead, which is why I'm very confused. Doing math to see if they like, can kill me exactly this turn. Maybe. 2 cantrips plus a plow is probably enough, right? Yeah. So they kill one. Yeah, it could have just been a bathroom break. They could just be gone. So they bounce this, I go to 15, and they have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think they're 1 off because the plow gains me 2 life if they cast like... I guess 2 cantrips plus a plow does kill me, yes. They had not just 2 spells, including a plow. Every spell's 4 damage, right? Because they have like 3 monks and a mentor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that'd be a 15, assuming a plow. So they would need 3 spells. They plow their own token. Oh. I was just assuming they plowed one of my guys. Otherwise, the Remorse Flare can just block and absorb a bunch of damage, right? Oh, you're assuming I block the mentor here. Every spell is 3 damage. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, just like... There are a lot of, like, complex lines here, because I'm pretty sure most of the roads lead to Rome. The losing line is Jace minus bounce the mentor. Oh, they did lose connection, I guess. Okay, they were having internet issues. I figured it out. The losing line is down tick on your own mentor, attack with all the monks, tap out, and then pass the turn. And then let me equip Sword to Mirror Crusader and just attack for... It's not even lethal, it's only 14. If he bounces plus Sword Splashers, he has 50 on their back. I mean, applying the Spirit's the same as applying the Crusader. They both gain 2 life. It's not toughness. Mentor. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 3 times. Oh, plus 3 times 3, right? Would be 14. So if it's plow plus 2, whatever. You know, math is for people who are about to lose this game. They can probably kill me 8 ways from Sunday. They cast like a single brainstorm, we're dead. We're probably just dead from like the base case of them having 3 lands in hand, which is the best case for us. We're still dead, because the Jace just zeros. Maybe if they Jace zeros into 3 more lands. We're still probably dead. Actually, no, because then we could, like, equip Sword to Remorseful Cleric and, like, attack, kill the Mentor. Might live. What's up, Romario? Waiting for my Miracles opponent. Timeout win. Yeah, that's a new plan to win this game. Opponent DCs. And doesn't make a move for 10 minutes or whatever. There's always game 3. I like our odds on the play a lot more, especially if we have an opener with like Vile or Cataclysm. These cards are bananas. Yeah, I heard this person used to stream. Apparently, they also dunked on Rog during his stream just now. What's up, freak? And only played fucking Taylor Swift. Yeesh. I'm not very familiar with like a lot of legacy streamers or a lot of like Magic streamers. Drunk, can't think much. Well, it's the weekend now, so you don't have to think too much, hopefully. Still waiting for the opponent. Oh no, they lost connection and I joined twice, so they are actually just like having a lot of technical difficulties here. You only need to one streamer. Well, it helps that you're like always streaming after me, like right after I get off, so I can identify you. And like a couple other people that are streaming after me. I'm starting to recognize more of the legacy community online because I always try to host legacy players. Viley NYC, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. There we go. They brainstorm with their Jace. Top Cup Annie made a stream where he pitched for 3 hours with the fan was stupid. Yeesh. Probably figure a legacy doomsday, lethal doomsday pile. Teferi, interesting. Well, that's probably very lethal. Alright, the plan is to top deck Cataclysm. And even then, probably still dead. Nice. So we could play Equip and then get jump blocked. Probably better to just run out Recruiter. We're extremely dead here. I don't really know why I continue to play. Could Ballista down the Teferi. And it leaves them with the Jason play. They were just like super dead, and none of my decisions matter. Almost Ballista down the Monastery Mentor. Grab a Flicker Wisp. Let's get... Do I even want to show them Ballista? They don't know that I have it. Just grab another Wisp. I don't think showing them Ballista's worth it, because we're just like actual 0% to win this game. AK, sure. Rubble Kill, thanks for the follow. We are very, very, very dead. I think that's the technical term. Super dead. Just like play back to basics here too. Brainstorm, sure. Can we get a Cataclysm? Yes, like maybe Cataclysm gets us out of this. Even then, like they have a land and a Mentor, and we have like a Crusader. Cataclysm. Hope they don't have like a single. All right, we might like be actually dead here. They have a lot of power in play. This looks like it's probably lethal. Oh no, we get to go to 1. Deal. If they like plowed anything else, okay, no, they just have another spell. All right, we are dead. I was about to say, if they plowed any other creature besides Wisp, they just kill me. So that seems like a really loose plow. This, yes, I think super lethal is the technical Magic term. I have 6. What are we doing? Oh, there we go. All right, we're just running it back. I don't think my opponent has been really aggressive with Mentors, but I think that is mostly like how their hands are shaping up, and also being on the play means that you're a lot less weak to Mentor. And, like if we were on the play that game, then we could actually have, like eaten the Mentor of the Palace Jailer immediately and just gotten them. We beat the Mentor game 1. We did not beat the Mentor game. I guess we killed the first Mentor. We beat the second Mentor though. I would love to play first. Ugh, this hand's so close to being good. Like 2 lands, snap keep. Oh, jeez, this hand just sucks. On 6, though. Do I have to, like, top this white card that I can't cast? No. Can't do that. It's insanity. Play Mentor D&T. Ooh. the sick bruise. Vial in the Mentor. They cast another Vial. Yeah, I probably have to bottom that. I really wanted to top it, but if we had like another white source, I think I would have topped it, but I think it's just super greedy to top that. Can this be like 3 ports and 1 wasteland instead? I'm tempted to just grab Batter Skull, considering how threat light we are. I think I need Sword, though, to like draw cards. Oh, man. Vial and Sword Supply Shares to trigger the Mentor. We got a sick Legacy Brew going. Mentor and Thalia is a combo. Oh, yes. Fetch that Tundra. Please. Fetch a Tundra into my wasteland that's already on board. Oh, they had to, because it was a Delta. Absolutely murdering this thing here. So we just put this on Jace. Oh yeah, casting our equipment triggers the Mentor. And it gives us like multiple bodies to put the equipment on. Man, this deck builds itself. Why not play Port? Like I guess there's no reason to not play Port there because of like back to basics, but I like tapping my basics just out of like muscle memory in this matchup. I don't know if I would have ported instead of playing a Revoker. I might port next turn because like they can do stuff on 3 mana. They can I like draw any other card? It's a temptation to still play Sword here. What did they do with the Ponder? They shuffled on the Ponder. They Brainstorm fetched. I think I am porting this. If I port, though, I'm like very far away from ever casting this. Although, I guess assuming that Revoker is never going to connect is probably, like, assuming that this Revoker is just, like, never actually going to be able to attack is probably a pretty reasonable assumption. I don't think I'm jamming Sophie here. Bouncing and recasting. 8 mana, make a monk. OP. Snap Shuffle. Are they land light? Oh, nope. One can hope. Maybe flooding, but I just lost a game against lands by trying 2 plants and 3 Caracas. Yikes. Didn't shuffle on that Ponder. Ooh, I like that draw a lot. Maybe it's time to bring back Burmaz. I think Burmaz is just bad Brightling, right? If we're talking about, like, for a matchup like this where you want, like, Burmaz plus Caracas and stuff. I'm pretty sure Burmaz is just a really bad Brightling. I have absolutely no idea what reaping the rewards and or the cost do. I'm not F6'd. I can't do anything. Is it just jam Sword time? Could have like disenchant, but if I'm not disenchanting the Vial, I think I'm fine. They could like Teferi the next turn and get me. Holy crap, that card is super bad. I like jamming the Sword here, I think. Yeah, wait, isn't Reaper Wards just a really bad Zoran Orb? Combos with Mentor. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just jam. What's up, Minifer? Yeah, we're just gonna tap out. I Thalia plus port. Yeah, maybe this is greedy. If we like Teferi, it's horrible. On the other hand, dealing them 6 and drawing cards also insane. I guess they can't actually Teferi my Revoker, right? They can only Teferi the sword itself, or the like the chalice. They could have like disenchant. But again, if they're not disenchanting the vial, then I'm pretty happy. Do you have it or not? No, I have it. Sure. Now they could Jace me, but then we have like Thalia with a sword equipped to protect it, and like Plow and Chalice I want to protect it from Plow. Yeah, back to basics was the worst case there, but still okay. We can still cast Thalia and even protect it for a turn. This kind of plays an unlocking JTMS. I mean, they could have like killed my Revoker if they needed to anyway, right? Sure. We just kill this, right? It's a nice draw. This Mentor's just dead. Deal. They have like another an AK for sure. I feel like they want to AK on. Oh, they can't terminus. Never mind. Ooh, nice draw. Guess we just Stoneforge for Batter Skull. They don't have like Terminus set up, so even if we get blind to Terminus, we can just Crocus back our Thalia. So probably Stoneforging here is fine. They, like force the Stoneforge. Yeah, but they're still just dead to the Thalia on board right now. Shock Selfless Sword next time to show your opponent you have a heart. Cataclysm not super good right now, because I either have to sack the sword or the chalice. They chump blocking with another mentor. They could cast, like, a brainstorm here. Ooh, we could just, like, lethal them. They could have a counterspell that I'm unlocking. If I, like, cast Flicker Wisp and they Force of Will it. Brainstorm or Chalice. When they get the trigger and they get to block with a monk, is the thing. Not that, like, the Brainstorm gets to resolve or anything. We could just go for lethal, though. Is he playing 8? Yeah, for real, my opponent is drawing a lot of Monastery Mentors. Maybe they're like a 4-mentor build, I don't know. Because my opponent's played like 2 Mentors almost every game. I think they only needed the 1 last game. They can't counterspell Thalia. They can force, right? They can't literal counterspell, but they can counter the Flicker Wisp. But that would require them having a second force. And we still get to like kill the monk. We still have like Cataclysm backup too. Eh. We'll go for lethal. I don't know if this is right. Maybe like force them to brainstorm first. Okay, no, they're just dead. Cool. Oh, I guess maybe they do have Brainstorm here. Yeah. This sets up Lethal Flicker Wisp next turn, though. Even if they, like, Terminus me, we can pick up the Thalia again. They need to, like, Council's Judgment away the Wisp. And even then. It's like Jace. Jace bounce the Wisp. Jace bounce the Wisp, we just get to kill the Mentor now, though, because we can replay the Wisp on the Monk and then attack. Oh, they're brainstorming? Now they're just dead. We just move the sword over the Wisp and kill them. They're literally just dead. Cool. Hey, we did it! We avenged Honorok. And managed to beat 2 Mentors. Again. We beat 2 Mentors games 1 and 3. Jesus. It's probably Slaughter Pact. Get me good. Slaughter Pact into, like, Pitch Spirit Guide Manamorphose for black mana in their upkeep. Just blow me the fuck out. How did you end up doing in the Legacy Challenge that you top 8'd? Oh, we got 2nd place, Artillery Frost. We lost to Red-Black Reanimator in the finals. The -5 for 1 mana. No, Dismember doesn't do it either, because they only have the 1 mana up, and the Dismember would cost 2. They literally had to have a 0 mana spell. Like, Gut Shot would have done it, I guess. Match wins. We won game 1 and game 3. Lost game 2. He gave himself no outs of the Jace Brainstorm. Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. Gosh, I wouldn't do it because of Chalice. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. I think they were on like actual Zero Outer, like in cards in the history of Magic that let them live. Like if they had a single card, they could have like Slaughter Pacted into upkeep. Spirit Guide, Manamorphose, pay for Slaughter Pact or something, but there's probably a card in there in the game that saves them at that point. I don't know. I guess the Black Shoal, right? Pitch the Black Shoal. That's 0 mana. Was it the same replayer? Yeah, it was a grudge match. Artillery Frost. He got us good. Trick Bind, lose the game trigger. That's good. That's fair too. But yeah, like, bouncing the Wisp isn't a good line, but I think it's the line that lets them live a turn, right? They bounce the Wisp, I replay the Wisp, flicker the token, attack with the Thalia, make them jump block with the Mentor. And then they can, like, blind draw Terminus, and then I pick up the Thalia again, but, like, they're still very, very far behind. But the Brainstorm there was just putting them to actual 0 outs. Yeah, he bounces the Wisp and gets a Jace Brainstorm next turn, yeah. Definitely. I definitely agree that the no-out Jace Brainstorm was a little weird. I think they were very far behind. And we also just had Cataclysm in our hands, just waiting. They can't plow, though, because we have the Chalice. It's like, if they just play Teferi and plus it, like, they're still just dead on board. I'm keeping this. This hand's, like, really mopey. This hand's much better. Only if you remember your Chalice trigger. Oh, fuck yeah, bottom that. Moto was a lot better at remembering my Chalice triggers than I am. I'm pretty good at Chalice triggers, actually. I'm really bad at Monarch triggers. Like, end step triggers are so awkward to try and remember, because you can't, like, put the thing on top of your deck or anything to try to remember it. It's just on the end step. You like, just put it in the middle of the table, so you're always looking at it. I think I'm just Stoneforging for that Batter Skull. We already have Sword in hand. They could be Storm, could be, like a Delver deck, or Grixis Control. I'll gladly play a Thalia if I draw one here. Pyromancer's Realm, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Force pitching Leovold. Alright, so we're playing against Bug or Check. Interesting. Strix. Him? Oh, they can't hit me. Could be a Lurin, please no. Oh no, it's Food Chain! Can't be Food Chain. Bear with 2 guns, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Well, we're now very unlikely to win this last round here. Exalia, 2 Griffins and a Scourge. Top deck 3rd land for the sword would be step 1. That's not a bad step. No one expects the food chain. Yeah, I'm definitely not expecting it. File Thalia here. Makes it awkward that the sword's probably just never going to happen, but rather try to keep them off of casting their things here. Like, draw Wasteland to prevent them from food chaining me. You just, like, play a 3/3 here, and I can't do anything about it. It's like play an Eternal Scourge. Yeah. Sure. Wasteland? Tempted to attack with this Mom here. I think Othalia's like a little too important for that. Just like land 4, Mist Hollow Griffin. Unbeatable. We need to draw land 4 to play our sword. To attack through Mist Hollow Griffin. When will they reprint Food Chain? Is Food Chain on the reserve list? I don't think it is, right? Just like those really old wonky cards they probably won't reprint for a while. Deal. That's a card that I can plow semi-profitably. Better than plowing an Eternal Scourge. Literally doesn't matter what I flicker. It's time to Griffin it up. Can we draw 4th land? Could be just cast Food Chain, kill me next turn. Yep. Alright, time to top deck Phyrexian Revoker. Ah, perfect. Oh, maybe they don't have infinite mana outlet. I got nothing. Kill me. I think I'm gonna pick up Selfie Thalian paper. I have Selfie Thalian paper. I play like totally promo in taxes though. We need them to have no payoffs, and then we can kill them over 2 turns with a Flicker Wisp. Just no Trinket Mages. walking ballistas. Wish I could F6 here, but I don't want to, like, leave down the mom here. Different art shouldn't trigger the legendary rule. Oh man, that'd be busted as hell. I'm thinking that F6 might be more valuable to my time than, like, playing around a removal spell here. Two Crystal Prince. Probably a lot of busted stuff you could do with different arts don't trigger the legendary rule. Oh man, 2 Caracas. I could finally play like 4 Caracas and not hate myself. Ooh, they don't have anything. Alright. So you're saying there's a chance. Alright, please don't have it. I would definitely appreciate you not having it. Just don't. Don't have it. Don't cast a Ponder. Don't cast a Brainstorm. Don't cast a Walking Ballista. Just don't have anything. Alright, that's still not the worst. They're just thinning their deck to try to find the Ballista or the Trinket Mage here. Yeah, they're just exiling 3 lands. Don't have it. Oh man, did we get there? Yeah, I'm gonna fucking take 9. You got it, boss. They're just gonna recast them, give them all vigilance. Hopefully. Hopefully that wasn't just to, like, make their Ballista work quicker. Fuck, it was. We've been... That's a tilt. Man, give them the 1 turn to live. Alright, I'll concede. I'm not gonna make my opponent do that to me. Quality of... yeah, I can respect that attack. Just to make their life easier. It was a good attack. Alright. How the fuck do we win this matchup? We just don't, right? This matchup is just horrendous. 1 Mind Break. Mind Trap isn't good here, right? Yeah, no, that doesn't. It technically does counter the Ballista at the end, right? Maybe it's not horrible. What sucks, I guess, is the better question. Plows. Plows are just awful. Mindbreak Trap does counter the payoff. I don't hate it. Kind of silly and bad, but not terrible. Yeah, it hits the Ballista at the end. Bring it in. This matchup's bad. We need to get a little bit lucky, right? Cut, like, a Thalia, maybe? Thalia delays the food chain? Cut Arballista, maybe? Arballista kind of sucks, too. Night, why? Ty, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think our Ballista might be the worst card. I wonder if it's worth like bringing in Cataclysm just to like try to Stone Rain them before they can play Food Chain. That seems really loose. Yeesh. Judgment. This ain't good enough. You can also like recruit for a Roker. This hand doesn't suck. Definitely not good. Did I brought the GTA? Yeah. Maybe I'm not supposed to. GTA can at least like deal some amount of damage. Can't believe they top decked the Trinket Mage. That was a bummer. It was a real bummer. Alright, let's switch for Sword. Attacking through Mist Hollow Griffins is a pretty big game. Assuming this doesn't get forced. Probably better than just Batter Skull. What's this end step fetch? What are we doing with this? We're not brainstorming, right? Oh. I never get to know if I should be judging people for the end step brainstorms or they're actually good. Because, like, 9 out of 10 times you don't want to be doing this. Especially, like, some combo decks, like Reanimator and Storm, can usually do that pretty efficiently, but I feel like Food Chain, you definitely just don't want to be end step brainstorming, right? It feels like a horrendous use of a really good cantrip. Unless their hand is, like, very curve intensive, it's just, like, manipulate fate into Food Chain into whatever. I probably should play Port. If I draw Wasteland, I would love to, like... no, I'd probably put in Sword over Porting. Even if I draw Wasteland. Nothing, huh? Could Wisp, I could Recruiter, could just put in Sword. Now that I have 4 lands, I think I just want to, like, play a thing, right? Especially a thing like Spirit Keeper over, like, Whisper Recruiter. I could, like, play Recruiter, preemptively go find the anti-food chain stuff. What do you go find? Just, like, Revoker. Attack with the Stoneforge here. For Canonist. Oh, wait. Womp womp. This is one of, like, the random fringe matchups that definitely gets, like, hoisted by you not playing Canonist in your deck anymore, but these matchups are very few and far between. I think I've probably played against Food Chain 2 or less times. Let's check the list. Food Chain? Is it even on the list? The answer might be 0 times. There you go. Have a Spirit Keeper interview. Spirit Keeper's been pretty good for me. It helps that it's like it's just really good against the non-plow decks. Good against most Delver variants, and then also Grixis, huge against Grixis control. And it replaces itself here, so we can like still put in an equipped sword to a thing next turn. Which is why I played it over something like Whisper Recruiter. It just replaces itself a lot better. If they just jam a Food Chain, we're just gonna Judgment it. Don't want to die to that shit. Brainstorm, sure. Seems like an aggressive Abrupt Decay. Unless they have like another one. Because they know I have the sword in hand. And the Abrupt Decay and the Spirit basically just only takes 2 of its power off the board. It still just has a flying attacker. The Abrupt Decay seemed kind of weird. I almost would have rather like Abrupt Decay the Stoneforge. Delay my sorting. I think more than either, I would have just not cast an Abrupt Decay, though. But maybe my opponent's hand has, like, a bunch of Abrupt Decays or something, or, like, a bunch of stuff to interact with what I have going on that they actually don't care. They could Abrupt Decay my Spirit, or my Sword here, if I just jam. I think we're just going to jam, though. Yeah, it looks like they're just going to kill my Sword here. Yeah. So I suppose this explains... Oh, that's rude. Not super rude. Now we get to keep the Sword, and it doesn't. It also didn't kill my Stoneforge Mystic, so that could have definitely gone a lot worse. Kokari Charm seems not great. Not at its best here. I guess it cleans up Revokers. Yeah, medium rude. That's a good way of putting it. It was like kind of rude, but I don't hate it. Like, eh. All right, food chain. Oh, we got the Mindbreak Trap. Unfortunately, we can't. We get greedy, equip, attack, and then like Mize the land off the deck. But we're just gonna cast Council's Judgment and hope they don't have a counterspell. Nice. But yeah, that Spirit Keeper traded with an Abrupt Decay and an entire Golgari Charm. Like, that was a really good Spirit Keeper. I guess it would have been better as just like a Mirren Crusader in that instance, though, because they would have just not died to Abrupt Decay or Golgari Charm there. Then they would have just had to save their Abrupt Decay and Abrupt Decay my Sword. And now my Sword's still in play. I still think the line was just like not cast Abrupt Decay and just Abrupt Decay the Sword. Because I don't think they're very concerned about a Hallowed Spirit Keeper. Just save the Golgari Charm for like a Revoker. I have been really liking Spirit Keeper, though. Such a good, like, one-of hedge, especially for Grixis control. You can steal a lot of game ones just when you, like, recruit for it late. Manipulate Fate. Alright, well, they have their dudes now. I guess I shouldn't actually be F6ing, because I could cast Mindbreak Trap, but I don't think I'm Mindbreaking trapping anything relevant. Strix, sure. Strix over Scourge seems kind of weird here. Because now I get a Sword trigger, right? Could get him Stoneforge. Am I even taking this Strix off the board? Do I care about it? I think I don't, right? Anything that the Strix can block, these Mist Hologriffins are just going to get in the way of anyway. I think I'd rather just, like, damage race my opponent. Kind of hoping to draw a land there, so I can deploy Wisp, so I can start attacking through Scourge. Deploying Thalia actually puts shields down on the Mindbreak Trap. As weird as that is. Do I want to play Thalia here? Playing Thalia still doesn't let me, like, attack into a Scourge. Still in the same spot. I think we're just going to pour it, honestly. Throw on the green source, make them fetch if they want to cast it. Deluge. Well, if they deluge me, then I don't care. Like, I'd rather shock their face, right? Rather than ping to Strix. It's only worse if they, like, Marsh Casualty. No, because then I still have the Stoneforge, too. I don't know. They need, like, one-sided Wrath me for me to regret killing the Strix. Food chain. Oh, deluge incoming, actually. But I'm fine with this. They're at 6 life. We can deploy a lethal Wisp, right? Wisp is the only thing that can attack through Scourge and Griffin. It also lets me port them. Not that that's super relevant. Do I keep porting green? Do I care about green? Eh. Yeah, like, pinging them for 2 instead of pinging their Strix literally is the difference between lethal and not lethal here. If they fetch, it doesn't, but... Alright, well, we have most things locked up here. They, like, wipe the Wisp again. Yeah, Griffins aren't going to do it. They need also, like, Abrupt Decay. Man, if they have, like, Abrupt Decay for my sword, I'm going to be upset. Wondering if I cast Thalia first, because, like, running my Flicker Wisp into this Mist Hollow Griffin and getting this Abrupt Decay is really bad. Guess we'll just play around that. Cast Thalia. Yeah. Is this not Abrupt Decay? Diabolic Edict, okay. Saves me on mana here. What am I trying to cast to set up lethal now? I could just recruit something. Unfortunately, my Thalia being in play now is kind of awkward because it means I actually do die too. Recruiting Flicker Wisp actually sets up lethal, right? Because I could Flicker Wisp a Scourge out of the way and then equip Thalia and attack. Sword her up on up. I don't think so. Could Sword her on up and keep up the Mindbreak trap, but I do think I just want to set up lethal for next turn. My opponent has 1 card in hand, and it's not Food Chain because they would have Food Chained me. I think they would have just like cast a Ballista for 1 billion mana by now. Like Ballista for like 3 or whatever there would have been way better than Griffin, right? They can just ping the Wisp. I'm gonna put shields down here and just recruit her for lethal. In before Food Chain Ballista kill you. Oh no. Oh. Well, this is just Ballista. Ballista can Wrath my board. But at the cost of the Ballista itself. Unless this is Food Chain. Kill me. Oh no, this is just Ballista for 2. Sure. We can beat that. So if I cast Wisp and target the Ballista, they have to kill my other 2 things, right? Otherwise they just lose. They can't afford to kill my Wisp. So it's probably just a pretty good plan. Because I have lethal with either thing if they don't ping off exactly Thalia and Recruiter here. So this just gets me a Wisp in play. Wait, they're pinging the Wisp? That's wrong. They're just dead, right? They just die now. Yeah, bold choice. Alright. Bold move. Not sure I agree with my opponent's line there, but whatever works for them, I guess. I keep like looking at these cataclysms. Both these games have ended with like a decent number of lands in play. And, like blowing up other lands is not nothing. It's definitely not something though. These Thalias also just kind of suck. Thalia's really not great in this matchup. Jailer kind of sucks. Jailer really sucks, doesn't it? Now that I'm looking at the card. Holy shit, this friggin' a Miser's copy. I don't hate just like cutting Jailer for Cataclysm. I don't even hate cutting another Thalia for another Cataclysm, honestly. Thalia's like pretty weak in this matchup. It delays. I guess it's okay at fighting all their like weird 2-drop removal spells, as well as delaying stuff. Is there a worse card to cut? Probably not. It's either like Jite or Thalia. I think everything else in the deck is better. Thalia has been pretty mopey though from these games. Yeah. Bringing these Miser's Cataclysms. Cut Cleric. I like Cleric as a flyer. Just like most of your deck can't attack into an Eternal Scourge. Oh man, we have the thing. Put them all into 6. Do I keep this? Probably not, right? We have Council's Judgment. We're on the draw. Maybe I keep this. Yeah, fuck it, we're gonna keep the sand. Just get lucky. Draw a 3rd land, Judgment of Food Chain. Cataclysm them. Cataclysm them with the Spirit Keeper in play. Oh, we're getting Thought Seized? Wow, rude. What do they even take? My hand is just bad. Yeah, I don't think I keep this hand on the play. On the draw, and we're like in a really bad matchup, maybe it's worth keeping like weird risky hands. Yeah, this hand has a lot of tools in it, if we can just hit a couple land drops, so I don't actually hate it. Thought sees the mom. Interesting. We drew 3rd land. Nice. But now they know the Council's Judgment is there, so they'll play around it more. Alright, this means that we're not, like, turn 3 dead, right? Because turn 3 is usually... turn 3 involves, like, you have to cast a creature, right? You need, like, Baleful Strix into Food Chain, pitch the Strix into, like, Scourge or something. Taking the mom seems kind of aggressive there. Mom's, like, very mopey in this matchup. They're really just taking my only castable, because that seems like not a winning line. Like, what is this mom protecting? This hand sucks. Oh man, we're just drawing mono lands. Doing it. They don't know about these planes. Is there any way to get punished if I play this Caracas? Probably not. This deck doesn't play Wasteland. Ponder, sure. I think I'm just going to cast Spirit Keeper here. Yeah, drawing mono land is great. I wasn't complaining about drawing mono lands. I was just very happy. I think I'm just Spirit Keepering here, setting up for, like, just Cataclysming them with a Spirit Keeper in play. They might just Abrupt Decay my Spirit Keeper, but I'll take 2 Spirits. Worst case there was Force, but shrug. Yeah, this could be like Abrupt Decay into Charm. Just be like cast Mistfall Griffin. Nope, just more cantrips. Sure. I think I'm just going to attack and then Cataclysm. They didn't shuffle on the Ponder, but... Like, we have Vile and Mom to redevelop after the Cataclysm, and, like, blowing up 3 lands seems pretty good, right? Yes, block. I think I'm just gonna triple Stone Rain myself and my opponent. Vile first? Maybe. I don't hate just, like, deploying Vile next turn, though. They also fetch, like, all basics, so their hand will actually be, like, kind of clunky in terms of trying to cast their spells. This was the best opening for it, I think. Because my opponent didn't have, like, mana up to remove my remaining creatures or anything. Opponent keeps the cantrip land, which is probably fair. Oh man, Brainstorm Lock, please. Damn, never lucky. Ooh, Relic Order is not nothing. Opponent's hitting land drops, which makes me kind of sad, but... Sylvan. Ooh, alright, land. Land off the top. I think it is Sylvan trigger now. Did Cataclysm get countered? It has 3 lands. Shh, don't worry about it, guys. Cataclysm doesn't always work out. Manipulate Fate, alright. Get the classic 3. Griffin, Scourge. Yep. So, like, Abrupt decay my Vile. For maximum Rude. Just Strix, sure. Wonder if I'm leaving up Relic Order here or not. I think I want to leave up Relic Order, and Relic Order, like a Food Chain if they have it. Just cast Vile, like attack, cast Vile. Four times our lands. Cataclysm. Don't worry about it, guys. Cataclysm was good, I swear. If you would wait one more turn, probably better. I mean, there's no way to know for certain, right? Like, opponent could have done anything. We don't know how many lands they had. Hindsight's 20/20, all that jazz. Say a bunch of idioms to make myself feel better about getting vanished on this Cataclysm. Still might win this game. We're not dead. I don't think you want your opponent to have library. I think I don't want them to have Food Chain more. They're 8 life, so it's mostly just like a look at their top 3 cards every turn. Run a Cataclysm Hate Bear, please. Sword. And then pray we draw land. Why'd you act? Oh, why did I activate them in? Because I thought it was their end step. Man, I hope we don't die now. That would deluge for 2? Sure. Oops. That was my bad. I just thought it was end step. I think we're gonna leave this vial on 2. Could like shield down for a turn, but I don't love it. Got them to use a deluge, which might have actually been relevant. Like if they try to go off, they could deluge away my relic order. Now they have less tools for it, but definitely not intentional. Would have rather have attacked them for 2 first with Spirit and Stoneforge than have them deluge the following turn. Next turn we can tick files up to 2 and 3. Recruiter up like Flicker Wisps and stuff. Brainstorm, sure. Strix, sure. I almost want to Strix this, or late Relic Order this Strix, but that's probably not correct. Second land. Does that do anything? No. You can revoke Food Chain? Yeah, we could revoke Food Chain. So I could, like, Recruiter, cast Revoker on Food Chain, and then force them to, like, deal with that, and then still have Relic Order backup. Lets me, like, do something with my 2 mana this turn, which I don't hate. If Cataclysmic Gearhulk blew up lands, then maybe I'm in for that card. That card would also be supremely fucked if it blew up lands. Yeah, let's grab Revoker. I wonder if it's better to actually revoke Walking Ballista here. Yeah, I think Walking Ballista is actually the better name. I think this Revoker's about to die anyway, so... Ooh, not yet. Oh, they just fetched in response, because they might be one of those people that think Revoker can name fetch lands. Alright, Food Chain's fine. Then as soon as they try to... They're not casting something? They can attack first? Okay. Can't I just eat this Food Chain now, then? Prevent them from doing anything? If they don't have, like, Abrupt Decay, they just die? Alright, here's hoping that they just die. Are they just dead? Oh, they have something in the end step. Okay, well, they're not just dead. But that is that is a desperation play. Do I want to have Recruiter for Revoker in case of a Ballista, rather than, like, Recruiter for a 3 here? I think Recruiter for Revoker might be my best line. Because that lets me lethal through, like, a Ballista. I think I do leave these on 2 and 3. Are we gonna steal this? Can we steal this? That attack, I think, put them very far back from doing anything. They could have had, like, a Mist Hologriffin in play instead or something. They didn't get, like, pretty greedy with that attack there. So I don't care about killing Food Chain in response, or, like, revoking Food Chain in response here. They can have it back. Because if they cast a creature, then we can revoke Food Chain. So this is fine. Oh, they're gonna cast Eternal Scourge. But then we have lethal. If they cast Eternal Scourge, we just kill them. Food Chain. As long as those cards aren't forced blue card, we just Judgment the Scourge and kill them. Oh, we beat Food Chain. Holy hell. Gonna be hard to chain after 38 mana and 3 double days. Yeah, I guess double days would have done it too. But I don't think that deck plays days. Whew. I did not think we were going to win that, especially with how bad that Cataclysm was. But we managed to finagle our way in there. Like, there was a lot of really good double vial tricks, like being able to eat the Food Chain when they attacked. That attack was really greedy, I think. I don't think it was worth the 1 damage there. We're just getting blown out by, like, me vialing in something. Specifically, Leon and Relic Order to just, like, wreck their life. But then the second one where we got to make them cast the Eternal Scourge, and then we got to vial in Recruiter for Revoker instead of lethal and make them tap out to make sure that we could actually attack them for lethal. There are a lot of sweet tricks in that game. And Cataclysm was not one of them, but hey, we cast Cataclysm and we won the game, so Legacy D&T Grixis. Lovely spicy. No, it was it's Grixis testing. It was when I had a stream where I literally just queued into some friendly matches against one of my friends who was playing Grixis, and we just did testing for that matchup. It's not like I don't know what that would even be, Legacy D&T Grixis. Alright, where's Food Chain on my spreadsheet? Does it exist? It does not. I've played against it exactly 0 times. Add it to the bottom here. We won the game despite our Cataclysm being countered. Cataclysm was basically countered, right? It was worse than countered, because we got to sack all our lands, and our opponent just made a bunch of land drops. We almost won game 1 in that match, too. Like, that didn't feel horrible, but I think that's probably an outlier. We happened to draw a lot of very useful tools for that matchup. Anyway, went 4-1. Sweet. We lost to. Oh yeah, we lost to the fucking Grixis Delver, who kept us 0 land 7. I'm just like, yeah, Dreadhead's good enough to win this, right? And just like missed their land drop for 4 turns. I'm still salty about that one. But anyway, let's find someone to host. I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. And I'm gonna go play some Smash, because Smash came out today.
No, I'm gonna play Let's Go Eevee.
Alright, who's streaming Legacy? Am I the only person streaming Legacy? It is just me out here. Alright, I guess I'll host someone playing like Modern or something. Caleb D is streaming. So someone small here. I don't know who this person is. The Ananas, but they're playing. You can't quit until another Legacy streamer comes on. Here, let's for the Eevee in the background. Oh no, that was my girlfriend saying she was gonna play Let's Go Eevee instead of me playing Smash, which is definitely wrong.
You played Smash all day. I've been working, now I play.
Don't you dare do this to us! Oh no, I'm about to host Modern. There's no other Legacy players.
No, keep playing Magic so I can play Eevee.
You've been sitting there for like 2 hours. All right. Parry and repost. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Man, everyone telling me that I need to stream another league. It's like 8 o'clock. I gotta go eat dinner, guys. There's like things to be done. Anyway, hosting Modern GF says to keep playing Legacy on sub. God, you guys, everyone peer pressuring me into more Legacy, huh? All right, maybe we won't like play a full league, but maybe we'll play like a match or two. Are you gonna go play?
Yep.
All right, go play. All right.
I mean, I'm not gonna stop playing when you're done here, so.
This is fine. 5 is the best dinner. All right, we'll play a little bit more. I'm gonna start a league. I don't think I'm gonna finish it, but we'll play another league. Everyone's telling me to, including my girlfriend. If she didn't, then maybe I would, but... Alright, I guess we're gonna continue. For a little bit, at least. Hopefully someone, like, gets on a Legacy stream, please. We'll play, like, one more match, I think. Because dinner's not ready yet. We have stuff in the slow cooker, but I think it's going until, like, 8:30. So there's not dinner to be had quite yet. What kind of dinner can play points for 5-0 buy? Well, you get like 16 chests for 5-0, right? And then that converts into like 30-ish bucks. Did we just play against this guy? Was this guy our last round opponent? Or was this guy like the opponent before that? Was it my round 4 opponent? I remember this name. I distinctly remember this name. Can anyone figure out who this guy is? I can buy a lot of hot soup. This hand sucks. This hand is not great, but keepable. Top this. I'm gonna draw. God, which opponent was it? Was this my Grixis Delver opponent? I think this was. I don't think it was my last round opponent. But I honestly can't remember to save my life. I think I'm gonna top it though. Please don't be my food chain opponent. Probably my food chain opponent, and we just like top Source of Plowshares. I have two really confusing. Yeah, alright, so if we 5-0, we just get to buy a bunch of pizza. Oh, yeah, I think this is just our food chain opponent again. Well, we'll get to, like, Vile plus Plow, I guess. Guess I didn't need to plow right then. Yeah, this is just food chain a second time. Oh yeah.
Do you want a cat?
No, I'm good.
Do you want a cat?
No, I'm good.
Would you like a cat?
Am I revoking Ballista or food chain here? Why are you giving me this cat? I don't want it. Oh god. Oh god. I think I'm just gonna revoke Ballista here. Cat has no hair. It's true. That is a Sphinx cat. Her name is Dog. For those of you wondering. Alright, I think I'm naming Walking Ballista. Let's like cast an army of Eternal Scourges, or, I mean, let's them cast an army of Mistral Griffins, but it also turns off my Ballista. Which I don't think matters a lot. Ballista's not paying a lot here. This thing only dies to spells, right? Not abilities. Oh, no, or abilities, dang. I fucked up. I can't ping this Eternal Scourge anymore. Is that a cat dog? What ETV with that one now? This is like... This has to be... oh, wow, I could double block that. That'd be hot. This has to be a food chain cast, right? That's like the only reason you attack here. I guess, or just cast a, the big stupid bird. Oh, God, would have got super punished for double blocking. I like that one. That's a good draw. Well, let's play our 1/1 for 2. Play our own Walking Ballista. Look at this combo. Why would you force of will my literal 1/1 for 2 mana with no abilities? Can I screenshot this moment? Because I don't think this is very... Actually, it's probably hard to, like, tell how funny the screenshot is, but maybe we'll screenshot it for posterity. This seems aggressively bad. I'm not gonna lie. That may have been one of the worst Force of Wills I've ever seen cast. Name a card in her hand into opponent forcing the named card. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what that was all about, but is opponent just gonna like cast the big stupid bird now, or what? I mean, we're just gonna get Batter Skull so we stop dying to a 3/3. Trinket Mage, sure. Alright, sure. They have a Ballista. They have a 1/1 for 2. Ooh, a lot of good draws here. We're at a really awkward standstill. We're gonna have a Batter Skull beaten down here in a second, especially like a sword on it. don't know what this attack's all about. The only way those two plays make sense is opponent has a having a 4-card hand with 4 ballistas. I don't know. Opponent just concedes. They knew I had the power school. I don't know. Alright, well, I'll take it. That was a weird game. I didn't think they'd force the will of my walking ballista. I don't think it mattered that much because we weren't really going to cast a lot anyway. We just had a vial. But, like, force the willing walking ballista that I'm casting when I have a revoker on walking ballista already seems, like, incredibly loose. I don't know what my opponent's priorities were, but it seemed like not excellent management of priorities. Questionable plays were indeed made. What did I cut last time? I cut, like, 2 Thalias? Did I cut 1 Thalia and something else? Oh, I cut our Walking Ballista. Maybe our Walking Ballista doesn't actually suck. Our Walking Ballista pings off Baleful Strixes, which are kind of obnoxious. Let's cut another Thalia. Let's leave in our Ballista this time, so we can name Revoker, or we can revoke Ballista again, and then we'll cast it and get it forced again. You would have missed the most egregious force of in recent Legacy history if I had stopped after the league. That's true. Cataclysm didn't seem that good last game. That's also true, but I wonder if I keep this. Probably not against the Force of Will Abrupt Decay deck, right? Although Mana Denial is really good against like the greedy 3-color mana base. We have like a good curve, and we're on the draw. I'll keep. Notably, we did win the game that we cast Cataclysm. Therefore, Cataclysm isn't bad. That's how that works. But it also loves instant brainstorming. Don't know what their deal is with instant brainstorms, but still going. Yeah, apparently, I was convinced by both chat and also my girlfriend to continue playing a little bit. I'm probably gonna play like 1, maybe 2 more matches. Is Remorse Cleric actually helping opponent cast those 3/3? I mean, it's a 2/1 flyer. Like, flyers are important because it just attacks over the stupid 3/3. Because a lot of your team does just get stonewalled by a colorless 3/3. You can't even, like, mom past them. Oof. That's a good one. Whoa. How are they gonna beat my my Mind Break trap? Yeah, it wasn't so much that she allowed it, it's that she was like, no, I'm gonna go play the video games, you keep streaming. Cleric helps tell the player on opponent's surgical on revoked ballista after they force a will. That is aggressive. Are they just, like, not hitting their land? Oh, they're just taking a bunch of damage because they didn't hit their land drop. Oh, baby. Are we gonna win this one, too? Are we just gonna steal these? Yeah. They're gonna pay for life and then discard a card. Pay for life for my Sylvan. Move to cleanup. Now we're going to Wasteland and Port. Oh, man. Yeah, we're beaten down with Mother of Runes. We are ending this game as soon as possible. Opponent has Transformational Death Shadow sideboard. Alright, they found a land because they didn't take 1 billion damage. Probably not attacking with Mom next turn, actually. Is this the same opponent? Yeah, this is the same opponent. We just queued into them again because it was a new league. Oh man, Ballista! If I cast it, they'll just force. Now we're just gonna port them. We could possibly lethal them next turn if we just, like, Violent Spirit Keeper, attack for 6, Ballista for 1 or something. Depending on if they, like, tap out, or, like, don't have any blockers or something. I guess they also have to fetch here, so they do go to 6.
Trying to get into the food. There you go.
Don't put her on the table. Get off the table, kitty. This is the cat with fur. Oh god, nope, she heard the toy. Sorry, I keep hitting the mic. 4. Maybe I'll let them like go to draw step first if they pass priority there, because I know they know 2 of the 3 cards are bad. Or I guess they don't know that. They might have had another land on the top. Rip headphone users. What was the squeaking sound? Oh yeah, that was the annoying toy. Oh yeah, I don't know why she threw that in here. If the cats find that toy, I'm gonna have to throw the toy out of here because it's really bad for streaming. Yeah, my opponent just casts Strix, they just die, right? Yeah, it squeaked once because my girlfriend threw it. It squeaks when it gets hit around. So if they find it again, it'll continue being obnoxious. Alright. Are we gonna get him with the ballista? You like Golgari charm me? Well, if they Golgari charm me, they can't Golgari charm my Spirit Keeper too, so. Opponent does seem kind of dead. I don't know why they didn't do that on my turn. They take 1 more damage now, but sure. I guess I exile their graveyard. I don't know that it matters, but it's free, right? They have nothing important in their graveyard. How did they beat Walking Ballista? Stops any potential. Yeah, I've seen decks that played Gurmag. I guess I could have ported them instead of casting this, but maybe I should have actually ported them instead of casting. But it does create a second lethal threat, but oh, they just concede. Sweet. Alright. Maybe flickering out library was right, maybe flickering out a land was right. Maybe, like, not oh god, they found the toy. Let me mute the audio for a second here. Alright, sorry about that. As soon as they found the toy, I knew I needed to get it back out of the room. But we did beat Food Chain a second time. So that's cool. Gotta scroll all the way back down to the bottom of my results here. Alright. Round 2, I guess. Play a little bit more. I guess I should keep an eye on if legacy streamers are on, right? If another legacy streamer comes along, I can finally host them. I'm free of my mortal shackles. Nope, I'm still the only one. Anybody want to get on stream? Love to host some legacy people. What about these unknown people? Maybe one of them is streaming legacy and they don't title and. Nope, these are all. I am the only person streaming Legacy online. I'm trapped. I'm trapped in someone else until someone else gets online. And no, that's not true. I will definitely stop streaming in the next like match or two. Maybe not definitely. But I will likely stop streaming the next match or two. host one of these people playing Modern, if nothing else. As we sit here and wait for our second round, I guess. The cat is sitting right by the door, just like waiting to go back out. The cats are now locked in the bedroom here with me. Because apparently they were being annoying, jumping on the tables and stuff. You wanna come get on the stream? I see you sitting on the bed. You wanna come here? You wanna come here? She doesn't want to come here. She's like just giving me a blank stare. I had something to lure her over here. Piece of string. Yeah, I don't know. This lazy cue's a little bit long. Oh, she's almost on the stream. You guys might be able to see her butt as she crawls under the blanket. I don't know how far the camera goes over there. Interesting card popped up, also for Cataclysm Bear. Is it the Magus of the Balance? Ooh, double vial. That'd be my first guess. Puppets of Verdict? What the fuck? Oh, wow. That is a card that exists. I wonder if I keep this on the draw. Double vial? Meh. Keep it. On the draw, we have like more draws at a second land for Thalia. Oh, that's an instant too? Wow, that's kind of weird. Definitely unreliable though. Oh, it's just like red-black. I'm about to just get like pinned up, like just absolutely roasted. Could be like Storm. Their basic swamp. Oh, this ain't good. But if they're just blind therapying me turn one, they just like name Force. Man, if they just name Aether Vial, I'd be so sad. I'd also be a little suspicious. Yeah, they name Force. Be a really good, really good psychic play and just name Aether Vial there. Just play Quirks them. Oh man, that's like a 75% verdict. 75% Wrath, I guess. Oh wow, now that's just rude, opponent. Oh, they're targeting themselves. Okay, they're just gonna kill me. Should make like a turn on Grizzlebrand, sure. There's some good flavor text. What was heads again? Can't wait till my opponent actually finds like third Cabal Therapy and just also therapies both my files here. Are we dead? Can we do anything? Yeah, I mean, we do have 3 Karakas to draw. We also like drawing some of our plows. We have them right. We have them right where we want them. Yeah, exactly. How are they ever gonna win this? Ooh, they also entomb. What's up, fish? Ashen Rider. Alright, setting up for killing my land here next turn. You should flashback therapy. Sack the Grizzlebrand. Solid lines. Let's take it to F6. Sit back and relax here. My opponent can like reanimate Ashen Rider and sack Ashen Rider, but we just land Vial again. Draw Caracas, please. They only have 12 cards in hand and a Grizzlebrand in play. This isn't the worst position I've been in. Could have just entombed for Iona too. I mean, if they entomb for Iona, then they're like super dying to top deck Caracas, right? Tab Vial in response to Gristle attack. Ashen Rider is probably fine because it sets up so that once I bounce the Grizzlebrand, they can like Ashen Rider away the Caracas. Exhume me. Or not exhume me, unmask me, pitching exhume. It's your dream wife. Thalia is best girl, for sure. Take my other vial. Are they gonna like Ashen Rider this vial? I don't know what's happening. Still top deck like Caracas into Plow. This is just about our only plan. Unhealthy obsession with 2/1 bodies. Five greater than 13 winning. Oh, 4 is even 13's even larger than 4. How do we possibly lose? We're so far ahead on life. All right, yeah, we're getting Ashen Rider here. So we need a top deck like Caracas into Plow, and even then, like. Does Ramir still play Sire of Insanity? It shows up from time to time. I think it's like pretty bad right now, though. I don't think most people are on it. When you are, it's usually for like the Mise of like sometimes you just reanimate it on the play and just wreck your opponent. Caracas. 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 For what it's worth, the winning Lewis from last week challenge, the guy had 1 Sire in the 75. Yeah, I think Sire's like Sire's also like horrendous against Death and Taxes. It's like the best deck for beating a Sire of Insanity. But it just tearing my hand to shreds. Luckily, my hand just had no relevant cards in it anyway. Caracas, come on. That's like the same thing, right? Opponent tanked a lot when I'm pretty sure most of their plays just involved pass the turn, cross the fingers, they don't draw Caracas. Alright, 13 cards come in. Cut all the equipment, cut Ballista, Spirit Keeper. Damn, that's a donation incentive. Yeah, I threw it up there because we were talking about it last time. I forget who mentioned it, that I should make it a donation incentive, but I was like, I should just, like, jam Soldier Stompy for fun. So I just kind of threw it up at the top. If people... So, because sometimes people, like, get into bit wars and stuff, and it might as well, like, make it go somewhere, right? Luckily, my hand has nothing good in it. That's fair. Not that lucky, I suppose. First time watching your stream, but I've been seeing your name in the top 8 lists. Could you please explain your sidebar, please? Since I play almost the same set of guy favorite, my board is still based around the Team Haruya one. What does the Team Haruya one look like? Same, yeah, I assume same 60, just a totally different sideboard. So I assume, like, if your specific questions are, like, the big thing is Chalice of the Void, right? Because, like, I don't know what the Haruya list looks like. We have Judgment and Jailer. Is this good enough on the play? Turn 0, or turn 1, Chalice on 0. Turn 2, Thalia. Turn 3, we have, like, Judgment. It's really bad against, like, Thoughtseizes. On the play, I think we can mulligan more aggressively. This hand's not excellent. Am I keeping the Chalice on 0 Chalice on one hand? Alright, I guess we keep this. Sure, whatever. Yeah, let me look at the difference between the sideboards, and I'll see what I can do to weigh in. Like, the Thoughtsees me here, it doesn't matter. All we have is the Chalice. We'll just untap, play Thalia. We start porting their land and hopefully prevent them from doing something. And we can find something to survive. Chalice on 0 is literally just to stop, like, Lotus Petals. It decreases the likelihood of us dying on turn 1, which is pretty big. Sure. I have nothing of importance. Two Priest, 2 Canonist, 2 Judgment, 2 Rest in Peace, 1 Jailer, 1 Path, 1 Surgical, 1 Dismember, 1 Pithy Needle, 1 Ratchet, 1 Gideon. Yeah, turns off Chromox if they have it too. Chromox is sometimes not in the lists at all, but sometimes it's there in, like, some number. Yeah, turns off some of their fast stuff. They can still, like, Dark Rate kill me. Alright, what's in their hand? That's Carvalho's list from the PT, is it? Maybe it is. I don't recognize these things. So they're getting a Grave Titan in the yard. But they can't Exhume, because we get to Thalia them next turn. They can't do much of anything. Wow, that Chalice is actually pretty good there. This Thalia we kept on top will definitely carry us a little bit. Okay, so if we're talking about the differences in the sideboards, I think so. Step 1, I think Cataclysm's just insane, and everyone should be playing Cataclysm because Gideon is really like kind of weak right now. Yeah, Thalia and Port about to like carry me super hard here. So Gideon's like fine. It's decent because it comes in during some like mid-range matchups, but Cataclysm is just so much better as just this huge haymaker against stuff like Miracles and Grixis, and like the big Vanadex like post. I think everyone should just be playing Cataclysm. That card's busted. And the other big thing is Chalice of the Void versus Ethersworn, kind of. Chalice of the Void is tech that I picked up from Phil Gallagher, the guy over at 3-1 University. He's been playing it in the place of Ethersworn Canonist for a while because combo was kind of on the downtick. So Chalice of the Void was a card that could come in against combo decks like Storm still, while also being relevant against Miracles. Chalice of the Void is really good against Miracles, and Ethersworn is like middling at best. So those are the big differences. There's also like random like hedge choices that are obviously just different in certain metas. I'm playing a Mindbreak Trap right now, which is not very good, but I've been seeing a ton of Storm online, so I threw a Mindbreak Trap on the board just to try to adjust to what's going on online. So I don't know why we're just sitting in my upkeep here. Yeah, Gideon's more flexible, but Cataclysm is just like a gut punch to control decks. I've won so many games that just like Cataclysm away like 6 lands out of Grixis or Miracles. There's so many nuts Cataclysms. And then I've also lost a decent number of games where I just cast Gideon and my opponent untaps and like Bolt Snap bolts it, or like Bolt attack with Strix, or cast Council's Judgment, or stuff like that. Ooh, Council's Judgment. Speaking of, that takes care of Grave Titan. I guess it doesn't technically take care of Grave Titan, because we don't have a... Oh, now it does. I'll have to draw another creature, though, or a Graveyard Hate card. This deck's very mana light, though, so I'm not surprised that they're not hitting lands here. cut Mindbreak Trap for Teferi's Protection to disappear versus Tendrils. Well, one of them is 0 mana, and the other is... How much is Teferi's Protection? Like 3 mana or something? That's the big incentive to play Mindbreak Trap. Is that most of the games that you lose against Storm, you die on, like... You die before you play your second land. Tap. Guess I shouldn't F6 anymore. I think it'd like land Massacre or something. Well, I'm actually gonna hold that in case they want to like fetch a Badlands. Try to incentivize them to fetch Badlands here. This Thalia just literally going the whole distance. Move to cleanup. Discard Iona. Don't think Ram replaced multiple basic swamps, does it not? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Man, I'd love to draw like a clock. Pretty sure I have more. Oh well, now we have Wasteland for that, so that works. There we go. Goodbye, Badlands. They didn't concede to the Wasteland. Alright, oh, well, they kind of conceded to the Wasteland, but they drew their card first. Good old Thalia carrying me over the finish line there. Also, Chalice on 0 doing some pretty good work there. They could have easily, like, had Petal Fatal, or Petal Looting that turn, that first turn of the game. Possibly relevant. Now we're on the draw, which is dangerous. We need to keep a hand with, like, a lot of early interaction, or keep a hand with, like, one interaction spell and get lucky, like this hand. We're going to keep this hand and die to a Thoughtseize. And that's just the game that you play when you, or Chancellor. We don't necessarily, we die to Chancellor plus turn 1. We die to, like, Thoughtseize at, like, almost any point in the game. They have cast a lot of therapies, though. So, if they therapy, they might not. Well, they might blind name Surgical if they're going off turn 1, because that's, like, the only card that stops them. Yeah, we tried. Oh, nope, they're doing it to themselves. Nice. Alright, that's good. Now they're just going to Lotus Petal Reanimate. Yeah, deal. Now we get to win the game. Hey, we did it. Look at that. Hey, we did it. We won. What is this? 2 Abrupt Decays, 2 Reverent Silence. They have 2 Grave Titans in their deck. Interesting. I've never actually seen Surgical work. Sometimes they don't have the Thoughtseize you into the combo. Now they're on 0 lands and we're gonna Thalia them, so... I don't really care about screenshotting this. Only 2 Grizzlebrands. Did I, like, board them out or something? Elish Norn. Oh, cool. They just conceded. I took too long on Surgical looking at their deck, and they just were like, alright, well, we're dead. It seems like a hasty concession. What if I kept, like, a no-lander? Oops. Red Black Reanimator. 39. 10. Win games 2 and 3 again. Lose game 1 again. 20% in pre-board match win percentage. 75% in post-board match win percentage. Yeah, oh, those are both game win percentage. I've won 20% of my game 1s and 75% of my game 2/3s. Might have been grinding trophies, in which case you have to give up and start a new league. Safety. They were like snap conceded to the surgical at that point, I think. I think they just like are most likely dead. And I did take like kind of long on my surgical because I didn't want a screenshot. I still have like this screenshot. I should just save this screenshot so I can take a new one. Guess we're still going. Am I just gonna like finish out this league too? I haven't played like a 2-league Friday in a long while. But maybe. Wait, is anyone streaming Legacy? If someone's streaming Legacy, I'm free. Them's the rules. Nope, still the only one. Reason for that win rate is because mulligan. Because of like my aggressive mulliganing or like opponent mulliganing. Depends if you have 3 more combo matchups. That's true. Yeah, if we play against like Red Black Reanimator 3 more times, then we could Paragon is streaming, but it's not. Yeah, no one is streaming Legacy. Everybody else being able to mulligan situation. Yeah, exactly. It like Red Black's worst matchup is the sideboard, right? The Red Black has an absurd game 1 win percentage against like the entire field. Yeah, like the best decks to beat Red Black Reanimator are like Force Will decks that keep Force in their opener, and then also like even then, a lot of the times you're losing to like Unmask plus Reanimate spell. Like Red Black's just so good at winning game 1s. The worst matchup is the sideboard, straight up. And just like Dredge, your worst matchup is the sideboard. I just do find it hilarious how abysmal my pre-board win percentage is. What matchup is this? Oh, Grixis. My pre-board win percentage is pretty bad there. 1 in 33%. I have an 100%. Oh, I talked about that earlier. That was against Death Shadow Delver. 100% win rate, game 1. In like 9 matches or something. Stop it. Oh yeah, the like announcement of the best of 1 thing with Arena. God, best of 1 Legacy would just be such a shitstorm. That'd be the worst format. On the play, we're gonna keep this. Mom Thalia Recruiter. Mom, or not Thalia, Mom Stoneforge Recruiter. Mom Stoneforge for Batterskull, assuming like Mom lives, isn't bad, depending on the opposing deck. If we're against a combo deck, you need to aggressively Recruiter for stuff. Alright, well, we're doing this one again, I guess. Running back the red-black matches. Time to lose another game 1. Like this is why red-black has such an absurd game 1 win rate. Like nothing was beating this unless it was like Delver that dazes the Unmask and then like forces or something. Oh man, I get a Stoneforge? Hot dog. Should have taken the GT. How are they going to beat my Stoneforge Mystic? I guess I gotta get Batterskull. I've never had a turn 2 Batterskull before. I guess they could still just Thoughtseize me. Yeah. I mean, Death and Taxes can also beat a Grizzled Brand, but it involves like top decking Crocus really fast. There aren't a lot of decks that can beat like just like stupid openers like this. Well, Noxious Revival main deck. Oof, that would be some tech for sure. Because it's target player or like target card, right? You can target your opponent's stuff. You can have that Grizzle Brand back on the top. It's just like Exhume. Exhume for an Ashen Rider. Get me. You got it, boss. It's just like Elishnorn, Iona, Tidespout. That's pretty good. Opponent's mostly out of the woods. Opponent's pretty far from the woods here. Doing dumbasses. Cats are attacking each other. Soldier Stompy still gives me nightmares. Soldier Zombie's dope. Soldier Zombie's hella fun to play. It also just like burns through leagues really fast, as do most Stompy decks. Sure, take my GT. Maybe they don't have anything with their 11 card hand. They have no ran. Oh dang. Unlucky. Ashen Rider my Batter Skull. Wow. How unlucky. Draw Crocus. Alright. Time to win games 2 and 3. 13 card. Hey, Cackles, we got here. 13 card sideboard. I mean, Crocus Plow is how you, like, cross your fingers hope to win every game against Red-Black, right? It's not like, oh, if only we had Crocus. That's exactly what happened last game 1. It was like, if we dropped exactly Crocus into Swords to Plowshares, then maybe we have a chance. That is what, yeah. I mean, that's what a lot of decks are for. There was a very little chance that, like, there's so many Legacy decks that are just going to die to that hand. Setting in 13 cards and so on. Exactly. Oof, this hand is terrible. Oof, this hand is also terrible. This hand's close to being good. I'm like a one-lander. I might have kept this. Ideal. This hand's very good. I'm gonna bottom that. I think I just want to land. It sucks that, like, there are 7s that just still murder me, right? There's any 7 that just, like, Thoughtseize, like, Unmask or Surgical, land, Dark Writ, make a guy on turn 1. Is this Mind Trap working? I have yet to cast it. I've played it in, like, 2 or 3 leagues, and I've literally never cast it. The cat's whining. She wants to get out. I should probably release her. Just go for it. Yeah, just go off. Yeah, yeah. 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 Yeah, get that Grizzlebrand. Thank you. Oh, they have one in their hand, too. Deal. They had another Dark Rit and a Therapy, and they didn't, like, try to Therapy Surgical first? Wait, they could have just Therapy Surgical before... Why? Why would they... Why would they not... Why would they not Therapy for Surgical? It's literally free! Opponent, what are you doing? This is like... This is the exact reason you have these cards in your deck. To not get surgically extracted. Remember the one that... Yeah, alright, they're all in exile. So 2 Assassin's Trophy. That's like the only cards they boarded in. Cool. Oh god. The cats are knocking shit over. That's worse than force-willing a revoked Ballista for 1. You're not wrong. Oh my god, why are you the worst cat in the world? Cat is ravaging this room, just knocking shit off tables. Oh, the perfect draw. Seen random players try to go off turn 1 and then pitch Grizzle to unmask instead of any other card. Alright, so what's their hand right now? Their hand is Therapy, Dark Rit, Looting. Now we just like Containment Priest and they almost lose. They do have 2 Assassin's Trophies to deal with the Containment Priest. It's like the actual only cards they have. They could Looting into the kill right now. Yeah, we could still die here. Nope, they discarded Dark Rit and Lotus Petal, so their hand is still a Therapy. I'm just not going to Violin the Containment Priest until, like, there's a discard effect on the stack. Or something else, at least. I just want to be able to put in more threats, because the Containment Priest will turn off my own Vial. Revoke Mental Mist. Oh, man! They don't have Grizzlebrands anymore. There's nothing else to revoke. Cabal Therapy targeting me. Alright, now we gotta put in Containment Priest. Just to make sure that we don't get... Oh my god, this shit little cat knocking stuff off of everything. Yeah, we gotta put in Containment Priest now. Oh yeah, Lotus Petal. That's fair. Could still name Lotus Petal. I kind of want to name Mental Misstep, though. Name Miscalculation, perhaps. Oh, cool. The game just ended. We did it. Wow. That was definitely a game that we should not have won, but then did win. Don't you dare name Petal. But, like, the Petal would be the good name, too, because the Petal turns off the access to green for the Assassin's Trophies. They need, like, exactly their Bayou. Alright, let's look at this, deck again. Not that it really influences my sideboarding, but we get free time to just look at this deck. So there's nothing really that sticks out, right? They're just on 2 Assassin's Trophies as their only hate. I guess they're on no Thoughtseize. We play against double Therapy red-black, which... Fool's Demise, that's a good one. I need more, like, BM Revoker names. All I know is Abandon All Hope, because it's right at the top. I think opponent will Blind Therapy or Mind Break Trap. We'll have Mind Break Trap, and my opponent's got Blind Therapy and then hit it. Instead of, like, naming Surgical. Just, like, the absolute worst. Opponent boarded down to 1 Chancellor. Is that... That feels weird. Chancellor's, like, not a good reanimator target, right? You have it because sometimes you can reanimate it in a pinch, but, like, you want it for its effect. Alright, whatever. Mistakes made. Alright, deal. Just snap off hands with Surgical and cross my fingers. Oh no, their They're therapying me this time. We also have Caracas, notably. They did it. They named Surgical. They did it. They made the good play. This is explain why you don't get chance like much. Yeah, that's true. They bore down to 1. They figured it out. Am I just Chalice on zeroing here? Probably not, honestly. Maybe I am. I feel like they know I have Chalice in hand, and I don't have a turn 2 play. They probably would have played out Petals. And Petal doesn't like stop them from like really going off here. I feel like Chalice on 1ing in the future might be better. If I get like Chalice on 1, Prelate on 2, the game just immediately ends, right? Blocking Lotus Spells. Blocking Lotus Spells isn't that meaningful though, because like they didn't play any, and they know I have a Chalice in hand. I think I'd rather like try to go for Chalice on 1, Prelate on 2. Lotus Spells let them go nuts post Grizzlebrand. I think. I mean, yeah. I guess kind of prevents us from like assuming they make a Grizzlebrand next turn, then we croc that like they still eat us alive. I guess just like Chalice on 1, Chalice on 0, Prelate on 1 is still okay. Also makes foolish choices, so we might not have played them yet. Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but I was thinking like they might have just not played Petals, considering their tight play last game. I do agree that like Prelate on 1, especially if they don't get anything in the graveyard, Prelate on 1 just by itself wins, right? My girlfriend reports that she has beaten Brock and also dinner's ready. So this might be the last match here. Oh man, just not doing anything. Deal. They might have like Entomb. Maybe I shouldn't have played this. Out of respect for Ashen Rider, but I wanted to be able to bounce like a Grizzlebrand and untap and still cast like a 3. I think that's more relevant than respecting Ashen Rider here. Especially if my opponent just like makes an Ashen Rider and kills my Caracas, we can definitely beat that. Why are you being such a little shit, you little shit cat? Oh, they did make an Ashen Rider. Interesting. We can beat an Ashen Rider, though. Therapy me. 8. Can't do anything about it. They're gonna name Surgical again, out of fear. Well, no, I have Potato Priest up, and they've seen that, so. Oh, then they just named the card that they know is in my hand. Makes sense. Oh, they're just not doing anything. Interesting. Can we draw something good? Well, that's actually, like, weirdly okay. Now Logistic Zoom, please. Yeah, I assume they have a 2-drop reanimation spell in hand. Can we draw, like, a Thalia, Wasteland, Port? Plow's not bad. I don't think I'm casting this Jailer. I might take up Vial to 4 and just put Jailer into play next turn, but I don't think it's worth like wasting a Caracas, especially when they're planning on. I think they're planning on Ashen Ridering it. Can you stop? There's a cat below my feet harassing me. It's gonna suck if we draw exactly Recruiter, but I think I just want a clock. Do I want the extra card, or do I want the ability to exile one of my opponent's things? Cat, why are you jumping everywhere? Holy crap. Alright, I'm kicking this cat out. We have 18 minutes. That's fine. Cat, get out of this stupid room. Get out of here. Huh. It's a dang cat. Cat is out of the room. Dog's still in here. She's totally calm. She's a good cat. Do I want to draw a card? I think I do, because we have like double removal in hand. I think I'd rather just draw. We found the Thalia. They can't go off this turn. Oh, looks like they're going to go off this turn. Or at least do something. But all they can make is an Ashen Rider, which we can beat. They're going to animate dead my Sanctum Prelate! That's so bad! What are they going to put it on? What? That's so terrible! What is their plan? Put it on 3? That's not where that goes. Put it on 3? Nice 1-2, I guess. I'm not even gonna plow that. You can keep that. Oh jeez, we just drew Remorseful Cleric too. Alright, game's over. Pack it in. Good to Thalia Cleric them. Do I want a 5/5 that vindicates a flies, or do I want a 1/2? Pack it in. Let's draw a card. Think I like make the Ashen Rider now? Nope. I'll block. Attack. Do it. They can't make the Ashen Rider. Remorseful Cleric can play. They put it on 3. They didn't put it on 2. They put it on 3 because they know I have Council's Judgment in hand. So they were like trying to protect the Ashen Rider, I guess. I guess I'm plowing this Sanctum Prelate now, just so I can attack with everything. Oh man, I can just like take the Animate Dead. Oh, they can Assassin's Trophy my Remorseful Cleric? Alright, well. You cannot have a graveyard. And I don't get a land. Shucks. They're gonna attack, try to get the Monarchy. Oh, never mind. Alright, never mind. I just don't have to cast these plows, I guess. I don't even think I want to kill this Animate Dead, because then if they like kill the Relic Order, don't even attack. I need to kill them, right? I do need to put them to 0 life. I guess Relic Order would set up lethal. Flicker Wisp will regain the Relic. I think I just want to Relic Order my own Aether Vial, honestly. Just because it's not doing anything anymore. I don't want to give them the possibility of Animate Deading. What else can you get with Relic Order outside of Predatory Reanimate? Nothing. Eater, Aether Vial. I don't need this. You got another Assassin's Trophy? This is why we didn't kill her animate that. Yeah, sure. No, you know what? No, I want this. I'm keeping this Thalia, thank you. Ooh, another Chalice. Dark Hardcast Grave Titan. You can beat that. Can we put Chalice on 3, please? The fella's already on 3. We don't need a Chalice on 3. Oh, they're gonna Elish me? Oh no, we get to exhume our Remorseful Cleric, but then they kill it. That's sad. I don't get to sack it again. Oh well. This is fine. We do have to kill this though. Sanctum Prelate though. We don't let them draw a card here. Oh, I should have plotted before. I'm letting them gain an extra life. Oops. You get to gain an extra 2 life. Ah well. My bad. What am I putting this Chalice on? Am I even putting it on 1? Alright, well, step 1, you can have that back. Bounce plus Chalice on 2 seems good. If I put Chalice on, they just, like, can't put things in the yard anymore, though, right? Just put her back in hand. Yeah, like... Oh, Roads lead to Rome. I guess they could cast Grave Titans, right? Oh, wait, no, they don't have Grave Titans in their deck. Seems kind of impossible to lose this game. They have... Yeah, they don't have Grave Titans in their deck. And they can't Dark Rid into. Can't put Chalice on 6. I think we need Chalice on 3 now. Alright, cool. Opponent just concedes. Our shields are down. That was, questionable game? Don't know how I felt about that reanimate choice. That was definitely loose. I'll say that, I suppose. All right, what are we doing? Anyone? I might. God, someone. Is no one streaming Legacy? I'm trapped in this hell. I'm also very hungry. It's 9 p.m. Sometimes it's just too many clicks to play therapy with floating. Yeah, I guess. Like, yeah, that game 2. We shouldn't have even gotten to that game 3. Send us to Paragon City. Yeah, I'm gonna send you guys to Paragon City. Where are they streaming? Is Paragon City MTG Tournament Grinder, or do they have like a different thing? I don't see anyone streaming paper besides these people. Where's Paragon City? They streaming like standard or something? Or maybe they don't have a good stream. Oh, paper/live. Let's try that. Paragon City Games. Alright, found it. We'll host them. Anyway, yeah, thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. We So we 4-1'd, and then we 3-0, and I'll probably just tweet out how this one goes. I think I'll probably wrap it up this weekend or something when I have spare time. I don't like trying to like stagger the leagues and makes it so that other streams are kind of clunky. But anyway, thanks everyone for coming and hanging out. It was a lot of fun. The 3-2 Dream is live. I'll let everybody know how I do on Twitter, and I'll tell everybody on Monday as well. Anyway, if you want to, if you like what you saw today, you want to support the channel, you can follow, subscribe, or donate. Follows are totally free, help you know when I'm going live, help other people find my content, all that good stuff. Subscriptions get you a sweet Thalia emote and Thraben subscription badge in the chat. And donations go towards the donation incentive up top, as well as if you want to donate for a specific deck, let me know, and we can talk about that. Buloid, thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. Other than that, you can also subscribe to me on YouTube or follow me on Twitter. Those links are both down below the stream. YouTube is where I post all my streams after they're done. So if you want to see a bunch of Death and Taxes content, it's all up there. And Twitter is where I post when I'm going live. If there are changes in my stream schedule, that sort of thing. So yeah, that is the end of my stream today. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. It was a fun one. Got to like play a little bit more than one league. Stretch it on out. Had a little bit longer session. So that is going to wrap it up. Have a good night, everybody, or morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Jump on the back school. It's time for a raid. All right. See you guys all next week.